Hi guys, good afternoon. I should say hi Barry. Hi Green Granny, good to see you. I'm going on a little bit early tonight. Because nobody else was live and I thought, why not? Why not come on early? So I'm going to put the link in the chat and anybody can come up as long as I know you. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. There we go. So how's everybody doing today? I hope you had a fine Wednesday, and I'm doing all right. I am dealing with, if you look, I got some redness on my face and on my neck and all over my body. Went outside to mow yesterday afternoon and got bit all over my body. So that was not fun by mosquitoes. So dealing with all those mosquito bites and all that fun stuff. So I'm itching like crazy. And I got this at the store today, Benadryl gel. Need to put some more on my legs. But, you know, what's worse than mosquito bites? Poison ivy. Had them both in Tennessee. The last time I had this many bites on my skin, I was hiking and on a trail, and it was summer, but there was snow on the ground. Good evening, 12 Stones. The link is in the chat, so if somebody wants to come up and join me, that's fine. I'd love to have people up here. So I was hiking and I did 50 miles of the 50-mile trail backpacking at night. The Pacific Crest Trail. I don't know if any of you guys know what that trail is. And had a great time doing it. It was challenging. We had a lot of weight loss, even though we ate, probably twice a day. I think we ate like a good breakfast and a good dinner. And then like lunch, we would just snack on the trail. We'd take a quick little break and just snack. We did about 10 miles a day. There were on average about 10 miles a day. There was a couple days where we did longer, so we had a shorter day, depended on the terrain. There was one day we only did 7 miles because it was mostly all uphill and a lot of vertical gain in a short amount of time. So took a lot out of you. And, we're climbing up the side of Mount Jefferson and dealing with that height change. And we camped on the top of Mount Jefferson, which was super cool. And there was snow up there. And so it was a lot colder than we had gotten used to. Being everywhere else, there was snow here and there. But the reason why I got so many mosquito bites is because in the snow was melting. Hi, Aiden Eric. Good to see you. The snow was melting, and it was having a lot of mosquito larvae in it. And so that's where all the mosquito bites came from, is I guess that was the one thing. I mean, you wanted to pack as light as possible. My backpack was still like 38 pounds. And then any trash that you create, you have to bring that out with you. So it's kind of crazy. Hi, all around Sarah. Good to see you. And so, you grab that that trash and bring it with you, even though you saw that people were leaving things on the side of the mountain. Hi, Chuck. Good to see you. I loved your video. I hadn't commented on it because every time I was watching your video of the meetup, I was literally um, like distracted by something at the end. So I've watched, first time I watched it half the way through. The second time I watched it all the way through. So you got two watches from me anyways. So anyways, sometimes I don't, there's so many distractions with, so many calls. It's usually my husband calling me and you don't want to not answer, or my kiddos, they're adults, but they still call their mom and I have to answer the call. And I don't not answer the call when they call, because you never know if it's something really important. Okay, cool. Looking forward to seeing you. So it's been an itchy day. And I took a long nap today because I took Benadryl because I have one on this. I don't know if it's a spider bite on top of all my mosquito bites on the side of my thumb, and my whole hand swelled up today. Hi, Peter Dell. Good to see you. Fishes, good to see you. Oh, okay. No worries. So, it's been a long day, and took a good long nap because that's what Benadryl does to me, is just knocks me out. So I'm coming on here earlier, and I might have to take some Benadryl because that's when I get the itchiest, is at night, and I'm starting to get itchy now. But so I thought, if I have to go to bed early, I might as well start early and not miss my time on YouTube tonight. So, anyways, I'll put the link out there for everybody. If I can paste it. There we go. If I know you, I'll welcome you up. And if I don't know you, I have to at least see your face. Benadryl for sore throats. I've never heard that. Other than, well, I guess if it's an anaphylactic shock, I guess it could be for sore throats. Is that what you're saying? That you use it for sore throats? I have mosquito bites all over my body, and I had my hand was swelling up. So I took the Benadryl because my hand was swelling up. So I was having a reaction to something that I stuck my hand in. There was a bite on the side of my thumb, and it's gone down now. There was Hello, Barry. On my thumb.
Hey.
There's where to begin. Hey, you should get up here, where to begin, Janice. Come and join us.
Yeah, don't leave it all up to me.
Yeah, don't leave it all up to Barry. I would love to have you up here. I met Janice at the meetup, the Kentucky meetup, and that was a lot of fun. So, hey, Caitlin Strang, good to see you. So what have you been up to, Barry?
Not a whole lot. Worked out in the yard.
Yeah.
Something attacked me as well. So.
Oh sure. No! I got them on my face here and over here. I feel like a teenager, with acne.
Yeah, acne. Yeah, that's the way I was feeling too. I was like, "What is this?"
Okay, Janice. Yeah. So, do you know what attacked you?
Everything was attacking me. I was in clearing brush and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So, could have been anything.
My husband's like, you didn't feel the the mosquitoes on you?" And I'm like, "I was busy mowing the lawn in the front yard. I've never been attacked by mosquitoes in the front yard." In the back, there's this covert that goes through the back of the property, and we used to have one of those lights, those zappers, but it broke because of all the other things that went in it, all the um, moths and things like that, and so it stopped working on us.
Yeah.
And so now I don't have that. Hey, Yankee Carl, nice to meet you.
I need to open pop out chat so I'm not missing the real chat.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
haven't seen you in before here. So yeah, so you were attacked and I was attacked, and I need to get another zapper and get one like Gil said with the bottom. Just take the bottom off so that they just fall through after they get zapped. So yeah, I think I'll have my husband order the next one. So
I hated to do it, but I trimmed out some of the blackberries because I think they were actually what the problem was this year was the fact that they were all bunched together.
yeah.
There's a wild rose bush blooming, or not blooming, but growing. It's like interweaved with the blackberries.
Oh wow.
So the only way that I could do it was to cut more of the blackberry away because I want to see if I can get the rose bush to bloom next year.
Yeah, that would be cool.
At first, I thought it was just a nasty vine until I cut it, and then I smelled rose, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Cross referenced it, on Google, and I said, wait, I don't want to kill that. I want that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
There's one over here too, at the other end of the trailer out front, but it's never done anything. It's just bushed out, and then it went dormant for the winter.
Oh,
And
okay.
it does the same thing every spring, and I think what the problem is with it is it doesn't get any sun.
Oh yeah, they really like the sun.
Like it gets evening sun when it sets to the west, but then once it's that's only a few hours.
Yeah, I wonder if you cut it back too, if it would grow stouter. I don't know anything about wild roses, but
Well,
I
I'm
know that.
kind of leaning towards maybe moving this one over here at the corner of the house, moving it towards the back of the yard somewhere.
Yeah.
But the one back here by the back door, at the where the blackberry bushes are, I can't figure out where it starts. So
Right.
I just cut away the blackberries because
Yeah.
I think I showed you all what they look like, and they look like they were struggling this year. So
Yeah. Yeah. You get a lot of blackberry. Hey, Hugo. Good to see you. Yeah, I like blackberries. I like blackberry cobbler and making all kinds of things. I thought I was getting a lot of blackberries, but when we went out there on our property recently, not a lot of them had fruit on them, but it may have all been eaten off by the wild animals. So the deer and such, I know that they really like it. Huh?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mine in the very back of the lot, the top lot, which I'm trying to get, like they line the tree line. So like where you're about to enter the woods, they're right there at the edge, up and down.
Yeah.
Because what they've done, they've kind of propagated up and down the tree line. They're doing pretty good. They didn't have a lot of fruit, but they did have fruit this year. But nowhere near like this one back here at the back door. It just went crazy.
Oh, wow. Oh, people are talking. Always.
I'll turn mine down. It's annoying. It's been doing it all day.
Oh, I know. I sometimes have to.
No offense, friends, but
I have to turn you off sometimes. You'll get somebody in a serious discussion in the middle of the night, and you're like, okay, I gotta turn you guys off now.
Y'all keep it down. I'm trying to sleep.
I talked to you for 5 hours today. Yeah, that's great. Though, I mean, I love that we have that connection, but it's kind of crazy sometimes. Um, especially when, other people, you're sitting there with a room of other people and they're like, why does your phone keep on going off? Or you're in a live, somebody else's live that's not part of our group, and they're like, everybody in our group would know. Oh, okay, she's getting messages. So,
yeah, most people read. That kind of bothers me sometimes because you'll see somebody doing a live and then they'll stop talking and they're just like,
yeah.
going, hey, look at us here. We're watching you.
We're watching you. Everybody's watching you. Talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Will you be present, please?
They just let us in on it or something.
Yeah. Tell us the private joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only time I've ever done that, I think, is when it's been, like a family member calling or something like that, or something from a family member, or yeah. Or sometimes, like, I'll text.
I'm sorry.
I'll text, like Courtney, if somebody's in the chat that has been a problem,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah. Not very often, though. We don't have to do that very often.
I'll take a phone call before I will a message, though.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll be doing something and I don't want to have to like rush to my phone or pull it out of my pocket or get it off the tree stump to see what's going on. But I'll answer to, if it's a phone call, usually people don't call me unless it's important.
Right.
So I'll take that before I will a message. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, but I was busy. So, I'll get on Messenger and say, yeah, I was doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of. Huh?
There's nothing worse than getting that momentum going and then have to stop.
Right. Especially like when you're playing a game or something and somebody calls. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Dell. Yeah.
Yep. It drops my channel link on purpose. If you want it to drop your channel link, just type love in the chat. Here, I'll put this.
Thank you, Kat, for not taking up half the table.
Yeah. They do sometimes, don't they?
I've got one. He's a monster. So, yeah, he does.
Yeah. My daughter has a cat that she had to get a dog carrier for instead of a cat carrier. And he's so big. He's a big orange tabby, just huge. But he is the sweetest, most loving cat. I have a picture of him.
That's the way Mystery is. He's not fat. He's just muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit bigger than your normal cat. So if you pick him up, you will know you've picked him up. It hurts.
Yeah, he's the same way. It's like, whoo!
Mm-hmm.
And he used to be really fat for a while. I mean, you roll him over and his gut was like half the size of his body. But he was also very tall too. So let me see if my daughter she always has a picture of him. He's a big boy.
Oh, he's pretty too.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like I think he's like 17 years old. So he's an old dog.
Oh.
Old cat. Yeah. So
I think Mystery's 9. I'm not sure.
Huh?
I think Mystery might be about 9 years old.
Oh wow.
Not sure.
Hey, Drunken Chef Barbecue, how are you doing? 9 years old, huh? That's and I think the last time he was weighed, I think he was like, before he lost his weight, he was like 22 pounds, and then he lost weight and he was 19 pounds after that.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a heavy cat. So,
I think he's out catting around right now.
yeah.
He spent part of the evening in the house with me, which is really unusual for him.
Do your cats ever go in the blackberry bushes?
Mm-mm. No, well, no. Let me I better take that back. Actually, they do, because there's like especially back here at the back door, there's a space opened up underneath all those bushes.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll sit in there on that cool dirt in the summertime, and usually because it's shaded.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So how you recovered from the meetup yet? You had more fun than I did, or longer fun, I should say.
I'm still tired. I don't know. I went through a time zone change,
Mm-hmm.
so that was weird.
Yeah.
Like when we was traveling, it said we had 2.5 hours left. We'll be there at like 6:36 p.m. And I look at the clock and it's 5:36 p.m. I'm like, that don't make sense. And the next thing I knew, it changed time, and I was like, okay, now we're good.
Yeah.
So you're Western Kentucky or Eastern Kentucky?
Eastern.
Eastern Kentucky. Okay. So you're Eastern time zone then.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're up with all I'm Central, so it's like I was in the same time zone. Everything was good for me, except for the room.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I wasn't the only one. Boots and Bounties, I guess, changed rooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they had the same thing in their room. Their room didn't smelled like cigarettes, really, really bad.
Mm.
And then they had tried to clean it, and it was moist and gross and stuff like that too. So I wonder if somebody did that, it just didn't smell like cigarettes anymore.
Yeah.
But because they cleaned it up or cleaned it and it was still wet, it just hey, Tiny Tim Posey, how you doing? It was gross.
Well, I noticed they was like in the same hall in the same wing as we was
Mm-hmm.
part of the weekend. I was like, I didn't know y'all was here. With her.
Hey Joe, good to see you in here. Got to meet Tiny Tim too. He's not so tiny.
No, he's not.
He's real tall and nice big beard. And I was like, hi. Nice guy.
Oh,
Nice
yeah.
guy. Got to meet you. That was really nice. I enjoyed meeting you. Like, yay, there's people here I know. I kind of felt like I know,
Yep.
and then Skinner being there too. So,
Oh my.
yeah,
And the yoga cowboy.
the yoga cowboy. I wasn't there for that part, but I saw the pictures.
Oh, I was live when he come out, and I was like, oh my goodness. It
That's great.
was funny.
Yeah.
I want to put some water on for coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, JR.
Who shot JR? Flashback.
Yep, flashback.
TV is ruined me.
Or I should say, hey, Mike, because that must be your name there. Never met you. Welcome in.
So did y'all have a good trip back?
Yeah, it was real simple. It was really kind of cool because the moon was, I'm sure you guys saw it too. The moon was just big and huge, and it was the harvest moon, so it was like really big, and just really cool to see on the way home. So yeah, my husband has a hard time. If he's a little bit on the OCD side, I probably could have handled spending the night there, but he's a little a little more like, oh, I can't handle this. There's smells.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty bad though. I don't know how well I would have dealt with it during the night, just being in there for a few minutes that we were. I was just like, okay, this is really disgusting.
But they
So,
say
Laura, did you feel like you were still in Tennessee?
Did I feel like I was still in Tennessee? No,
No, really? Because
no.
I mean, other than your rolling high mountains down there, when I went down to Tennessee a couple of years ago to pick up a friend, I felt like I had never left Kentucky.
Yeah,
Like the, you
it's
know,
not much different.
yeah.
Um, but the roads are a little bit different, but it's not much different at all.
the
So,
funny thing about it was when we was traveling, the land was just getting flatter and flatter, and I was like, "Where's the mountains? We're getting closer to Tennessee, but there's no mountains. Like here, it's all hills and hollers, and
yeah,
like it was just like flat land." And I was like, "This is so weird."
yeah. It's just hills and hollers here mostly too. I mean, unless you go to the Appalachian, Well, same with you. I mean, both got the mountains on the end there. But yeah, it's just a little taller hills, I think, here in Tennessee, and you know, so. But I remember going through quite a way through Kentucky when we came here, and it's like talk about flat on the west side, coming in. I was like, wow, this is really flat. So
Yeah, yeah,
I think the attitude of the people's pretty much the same. But
yeah.
I did think it was funny that there was no open Kentucky Fried Chickens in Kentucky.
We do have an open Kentucky Fried Chicken here.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Just to clarify, in Eastern we do.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was strange to be there and there see a Kentucky Fried Chicken closed up.
Yeah, right in front of. But I mean, there was a lot of things closed up in that town. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it just didn't do well when things hit. Hey, Q and Aquarius, good to
Well,
see you.
this one's active over here in Danville, but who can afford it?
It is expensive nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I was
Everything's
saying.
expensive, though. Chicken's expensive,
And I
and
went to
steak's
Lee's.
expensive.
I went to Lee's a few weeks ago, and I was disappointed. Their chicken was horrible,
Right.
stringy, and wasn't good quality like they usually have. And I said, "What's
Hmm.
wrong with this restaurant?"
I've noticed that about a lot of restaurants lately is the food quality is not as good at all. But you go to the grocery store and it's the same thing. Fruits and vegetables, they look like, either if it's good, they're gone, you know, and if they're not that great, then they just look really sad and nobody's buying them. So got to go to the farmers market, but those are about to close. So you know,
I might have to start bartering with Amish,
yeah,
just for good meat. I hate, but whatever. That's what
yeah,
it's looking like. Maybe
yeah,
next year I'll have my own chickens and stuff started. I'm hoping anyway.
yeah. If you get that land behind you,
Yeah.
does that have a house on it?
No, it's got a really nice shed on it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was thinking of converting over to, like for a chicken coop.
Oh, that would be nice.
One side of it is closed in, the other part is open. So,
Mm,
it gives me a lot to work with.
yeah, it does. That's really
Plus,
cool.
the upper lot is flat. So that's another plus. Where I'm at right now, my house is sort of in the hills, so
Mm-hmm.
they're fighting up against, like the front yard is at an angle
Mm-hmm.
down towards the people in front of me, and the backyard's the same way. So that's why I'm after both this lot that I live on and the one in front, on top, because it's all flat.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool. So are you transitioning, Janice, to fall crops or?
Yeah, I gotta get my button gear and get those in. My plants are about this tall. I got broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get those in the tunnel and greenhouse and all that. I'm still picking green beans, so
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your trick to broccoli and stuff like that? Because I don't have good luck with broccoli and cauliflower and stuff like that.
we'll see. I don't really know yet. This spring was the first time I was able to grow a decent size broccoli and cauliflower head.
Okay.
And really, I don't, I haven't written down how I did it. So, because every year I write it down if I do it differently just to see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
But I still haven't been able
Hey,
to
Skinner.
decent Brussels sprouts. But I try it every year, just a different way.
Right.
But I'll go back on my notes, and when I plant them,
Right.
use those notes from this spring and put it in a video. So
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had the chance to go through them yet.
Right.
I'm hoping I have all the amendments already here.
Right. Cool.
I don't think it was anything oddly different.
I was thinking, I wonder if they really need a good amount of bone meal and stuff like that because they basically are flowers, you know. And
Yeah.
so the broccoli and the cauliflower, but
I know they need some nitrogen to get the leaves, but you don't with broccoli and cauliflower, you don't want those leaves as big as you would want as cabbage.
right. Right.
So,
And they're a brassica.
yeah.
So just trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong because they seem to get so big and then they just kind of peter out. But I've always had a lot of bug pressure too that
Yeah.
they get, and they just seem to, all three of those vegetables just seem to really get it with the bug pressure and stuff like that.
I do use a lot of netting
Mm-hmm.
for the bugs, but like they say, you should already had your fall crops in the ground. Well, it's
Yeah.
really warm here,
Mm-hmm.
and we're growing in a tunnel, which is warmer than outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we wait a lot longer than most would.
Yeah.
But in the spring, we plant a lot earlier also.
Mm-hmm. Because you have the tunnel,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't put any, I didn't even start any of that stuff because I just don't have the room for it here at the house. So, plus, I still got my tomatoes are just keep on giving,
Mm-hmm.
So they've been really, really healthy. So, and I got
I pulled those out.
well, I don't have that many, so I want to get as many as I can so I can make spaghetti sauce and just some things like that. So,
Yeah.
not a lot. I think I might even do like smaller jars because I just want to do spaghetti sauce for me, some lower sodium stuff because stuff on the shelves are very high in sodium. So, I have a hard time with that. So,
Yeah.
How about salsa?
In the side chat. Thanks, Joe.
I just do pico de gallo for myself with, very low. And then, like there's a mix that Mrs. Dash does. That's a hot mix, and I put that in there. So, and so I just do cilantro, and onions, red onions, and jalapenos, so I don't even need a lot of the hot mix. But um, and tomatoes, of course. Um, so
Yeah, I
yeah,
was impressed by your tomato crop. It was incredible. Seems like it just keeps giving.
it does. It does. But I planted indeterminate, so I mean they'll just keep on giving as long as they'll, until the frost hits, so yeah, but now I got my loofahs starting to give out. So I've got loofahs on there that are 2 feet long, and
I've never grown loofahs.
so excited. That was one of my goals here in Tennessee to grow loofah because I couldn't grow it, and I tried 2 years in a row in Oregon. So we just didn't have, it's getting cold there now already, and here, it's cooling off, but we're in the 80s,
Yeah.
so it's warm enough here for, I mean, the loofahs to actually come on. I think if every one of them continues to grow that is on right now, I'll have 10 of them. So we'll see how that goes.
That's neat.
What are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing? Al's Epic.
Come here.
Family life. Good to see you.
You're just not going to work today, are you?
Skinner, if you want to come up here, you can come up here and join us, or even Chuck can if he wants to. I'll put the
no yoga cowboy.
Yeah. You don't have to wear your yoga pants. I won't look at you bad if you don't.
But if you're comfortable, I mean,
they are very comfortable. Hey, Art Weldman, good to see you.
Or spandex, we don't judge.
We don't judge. It's all good. Yeah. And Gears here, good to see you. Yeah. So do you guys have a long ride home? It's like what, 4 hours?
5-hour trip.
5 hours, yeah.
Yeah. And then we get 2 hours from home, and there's a traffic jam, police helicopter, police everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, just let us get home.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. So luckily we could get through, but going in was like, nope. So
Yeah, that's crazy. There was a big rig that when we were at the meetup, drove from here in Clarksville, Tennessee to Kentucky, and big old police chase after this big rig and everything. I'm like, I couldn't imagine that.
oh wow.
Yeah, they caught the guy, but I'm like, what was he doing? Why would somebody be running in a big rig? Why? I guess that would be dangerous.
Who's going to get in his way, though? Look how big they are.
Yeah. Yep.
When
Sometimes my husband parks his in the driveway here, and it's like, geez, Louise. But it's got the sleeper cab on it too, because he sleeps in it when he's not home. So, yep.
When we moved from, we lived just outside of Hazard, Kentucky for a while.
Mm-hmm.
From there back to here, it was 116 miles, I think. And it was late at night when we finally got out. We finally left the house that we were moving out of. And we had already used our U-Haul a couple times. I think we might have went over our mileage a little bit. But so we turned it in. We got our Jeep filled up, and it was so full that I swear to God, the front end was doing this.
Wow.
We weren't touching the ground as much as I'd like to be. That thing was just bobbing up and down that parkway, and I'm like, oh, please just get us to the house. Please just get us in one piece. But we got home 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. We were just.
He doesn't want to show us his yoga pants. He won't pan down.
Hey, gosh.
Ain't nobody want to see that. Y'all got enough of that this weekend.
Yep. And I'm sure it's all over everybody. I'm sure that everybody went live.
Oh, I'm sure. I know Janice was live. I didn't know she was live at the time, or I wouldn't have.
Come out in cowboy boots and yoga pants.
Yeah,
It would have been funny if you were dancing in cowboy boots and yoga pants.
that was the plan,
Oh, okay.
because they were supposed to be dancing, and when they were supposed to do the cowboy cha-cha, and I was going to go dance with them, but Casey had her head thing, and
Yeah,
sorry, I'm trying to chat over here. Let me do this. So yeah, I was supposed to come out and do the cowboy cha-cha with everybody, and
Oh, in case he
have a
hurt
good
her
time.
head.
She had her blood pressure issue and everything, so
No.
we just decided that he's gonna come out during the luggage cart races and chase everyone down and act a fool. And I got his hat though.
Yep.
My
Yeah.
live is getting a lot of views, so
Yeah. That's good.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Mercy. It was a good time. It was a great weekend.
yeah.
Best weekend me and Amy had in a long time. I
Yeah.
will say that.
same here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sure it was fun. Did you guys all do the cart race since you didn't dance?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to.
I done a luggage cart race, and you have to watch. I wasn't live, but I posted a small video out on it. Everyone that didn't have their head cut off, because Amy was all over the place and she cracked me up. But
Yeah, she's not the filmer
she's not
yet.
a
Got two.
videographer or whatever you call it.
I'm always caught chopping off my husband's head.
Well,
That's
yeah, I can
understandable.
understand that. I mean, the man's 17 feet tall. Your arms only go up so far.
I do this
Yeah, I mean,
when I film him. Hey,
I was
how's it
watching you
going?
live from the thing earlier. I'm like, yep, I'm not a small person. I mean, I'm 6'2", 210. But he
Mhm.
towers over me. You know, I'm like, your video, and I'm like, I see your belly button.
Yeah, I know. I was like, hey, it's finally somebody who doesn't look so short against my husband.
It was like your intro. You're on a log, and Chris is standing there in front of you. You still barely could give him a high five. I was like,
Yeah.
I would pick that woman up so she could give him a high five.
Yeah. Tiny Tim Posey walked up to me. He's like, do you know who I am? I'm like,
I know. Same thing here.
I don't think so, but ain't nothing tiny about you. That's a big man.
Yep.
I mean, Chris is tall, but that Tiny Tim, that's a big man.
Yep. Yeah. He is big.
You know, I sit there and talk to Chris for a half hour. My neck started hurting. I'm like,
Yeah. I have arthritis in my neck, and I found out after I married my husband, but I blame it on him anyways.
there you go.
It's obviously been there for a while before I married him. But
Yeah.
It's like it's your fault. I have arthritis in my neck.
Hey, we sitting there talking, and he just kept on talking. I'm like, hold on a minute. I had to look down for a second. Try and pop my neck. I'm like, they ain't too many people I got to look up to like that, but
Yeah, you're always looking down. So this is your thing instead of yeah.
I've got one of my real good friends is 6'7". I can kind of look at him. But Chris, I was like,
Okay. Yeah.
he's a tall one.
Yeah,
Had a
6:10.
great time. I'm glad y'all came. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. My husband had a hard time with sitting in that stupid chair he has. He's got to find a comfortable chair for. It's so hard for him though.
I bet.
Finding comfortable, you know,
Anything.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs a recliner that you can carry around with him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It's a Lazy Boy Ultra. It's for very tall men.
He has a lazy boy that's meant for tall people or big people.
Our chairs that we carry are Amy's what 5'9". She sits in our chairs and her feet don't touch the ground. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I had trouble getting in and out of them. But I don't know if that would help him or not, as tall as he is.
What kind of chairs are they?
I think they're like the Ozark Trail or something from Walmart. But I can sit in them and my feet touch the ground. But like I said, I'm 6'2", and they're really comfortable for me. But Amy, even being 5'9", and Casey and Steven sat in them, and Emma, and they was everybody was sitting, and they're like, y'all got to help me get out of this chair.
Yeah.
I don't have any trouble. I just stand up. That
Yeah.
might be, but they're oversized, over tall chairs. So
Right.
I look
Right.
into that.
He has one. His is oversized. I think he got a Rural King, but
I might have got mine real king. I don't remember where I got them.
yeah. Yeah. And he has the oversized lazy boy.
I mean, I'm the biggest guy in our family, and
That's all Tiny Town?
Tiny Tim in here.
Yeah, he's in here. So what'd you say? Kidding.
Hey, Chris.
It was really nice to see
him.
No, he's a nice guy. You can't talk bad about him.
He's super, super nice guy.
Yeah. I think most people that were there are super, super nice people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people.
I agree.
Yeah. And everybody's so welcoming and so giving and so,
Except me and that crazy guy runner. He snuck in on my talking my expedition.
Bob, good to see you.
What's up, Bob?
I didn't even.
How y'all doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Good.
If it's any better, it would be illegal.
Any more fun? Need a bail bonds or something.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I was anybody, it'd be twins. That'd be a lot of day. I've been sick all day. I was sick yesterday. Sunday on the way home, I stopped by and seen a friend in Evansville, and my nose started running. Amy's eyes started burning. I'm like, hey, something going on. We got to go. And Monday was all right. Tuesday, I didn't have a voice, which I'm sure made her happy. And then today, I had a fever.
Oh, no. Hello.
What did you do, Laura? Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
You like to do that?
What?
Huh?
What?
Who let Carol in here?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I just
There was
did.
the back door that was open, and I just walked in.
Yeah.
Like
That's what
some
I'm
other
saying.
people do on YouTube. So you know how that is.
I was being funny.
I knew you were. So was I. TTT. That's what you got to do. Are you doing your TTT, Skinner? You in the life? Teeing it up for your colds.
I get a what?
I said you using your tea for your colds. Hey, TN.
Good, Tian.
What's up? I'm drinking pomegranate tea.
Tien, why didn't you come to the meetup?
White tea.
We were all wondering why Tien wasn't there.
Pomegranate tea, really?
Yeah, it says it's pomegranate flavored, so they just floated a few pomegranates around in it for a little bit, and then
a little color, a little flavor. And,
a little color, a little
I was
flavor.
getting all excited. I thought it was going to be something I could try.
Oh, why? I think you could, but it's Green Wise. It's like a brand for. Well, you guys have Publixes, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
In Tennessee, it's a Publix. It's Green Wise.
They should. You don't have it in Kentucky?
If there is, I've never been to it, or it's up in Lexington or Louisville.
No.
Where was you at, Barry?
On sale. I wish I bought more.
We have 2 Publix here.
I don't have a vehicle right now, Josh.
Love my Publix. Did you move, or is that a new angle?
Great to meet you. Sorry, Carol.
Oh, sorry, Josh.
No, you're fine.
Is that a new angle, Barry? Because usually we're looking at your kitchen. Or did you move? Usually we can see your kitchen. You're like angled different at your computer.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting sideways because these chairs are not very comfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my tailbone's killing me from the hospital chairs.
Yeah, those hospital chairs are not comfortable.
No,
Not even
certainly
like,
not.
yeah, not even they have it's like a lazy boy hospital chair that you're supposed to be able to sleep in. Things as hard as a rock.
Yeah.
So you go to the doctor for your health, but yet they put you in this chair that's bad for your back,
I have to say though, the food up until tonight, their dinners that they were sending Mom were pretty like, wow, hey, that does not even look like hospital dinner. Still,
Is
she
she
went back.
eating?
No, she won't eat. But she was drinking her water, and I had her drink a little Canada Dry. I'm like, at least have something with sugar in it, please. Something, a sip of something.
Mm.
Yeah. Is the bathroom? No.
Gardner said best
Yes.
place to sit in the hospital is the bathroom.
Tennessee.
To support the tailbone, maybe. Yeah, Garden State Gardener. Where it's not.
Laura, I wish you'd called me today. I'd come up on your live because I was looking for. I didn't realize what today was until I seen your notification come across,
Uh-huh.
and then I realized today would have been my mama's birthday.
No.
I'm like, oh my gosh! And then from there, on top of being sick, just
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
when
It's
y'all
been
come
a
up,
year for you too, right, Josh? Because Yossi just had his year anniversary.
Yeah. Mama, her mama, 2 guys at work.
Oh my.
It was
Just a bad year. Yeah. Well, I at least got a gift. My mom was up, smiling. Last night she almost went because they didn't check her sugar. We almost lost her to where they're like shaking her and doing all that. And I'm like,
Wow.
so
Sternum rub.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rub and scared the crap out of me.
my
Well, she
mom
was
would have
just
been 63
small.
today.
She would have been how old?
63.
Oh, she was young, Josh. I'm sorry. So sorry.
How old?
Well,
63, he said.
I'm sorry, Josh.
add a little more misery. I had my 3rd cancer treatment for bladder cancer today. That was fun.
Oh,
I've been
I'm sorry.
I've been urinating blood.
Oh, yuck, Bob. Sorry. You know what? You should put it in a 5-gallon bucket and send it over to the Capulet twins.
The what?
The lady with the glitter on her face.
Oh,
Stay away from my house.
Yeah. No, man,
just-
that's human.
Be like,
that's
oh my gosh,
that's
Just
human
peeing all
blood,
the
honey. That's human blood. That might bring them over here by the
Oh,
droves.
yeah.
You know.
Well, she might think you're a high wizard and leave you alone.
Yeah.
Is that what they call that cape? A Capulet?
Capulet, I think it was, because it's a half cape.
Ah.
Praying for you, Bob. I had no idea that was today.
Yeah, well, just suck it up and keep marching. You know.
Right? Yeah.
We're talking. Hey, Josh, we're talking about a neighbor lady that showed up a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Winner! Wow! Yeah.
Well, Bob was single and into that, at least she's a stripper and offering some time to spend with Bob.
I'm pretty sure she was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she was doing. made it known that she needs rent money and she'll be home alone. So it's like, no.
Oh, you want to cook me a meal?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
want to make me cookies? You should just play like Forrest Gump with her.
God, no.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't understand. You want to make me cookies? You want to make me a meal?
I like cookies.
You know how to make fried chicken?
Oh, Lord, no.
Oh,
You know, what usually drives them off is when I say retired.
yeah.
Seriously.
Retired
Yeah.
people don't have money.
Yeah. That's what they assume.
Yeah.
Oh, he's broke. He's broke. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
not exactly.
You should just say I've been a lifetime visual artist and my wife supports me. She supports my creativity. Later.
Later. Goodbye.
Yeah, Josh. She introduced herself and her 3 kids to me a few Mondays ago at 10 p.m. walking past the garage. She's got glitter all over her face. And
Partially lifting her sweater.
yeah.
See
She
ya,
had her
Tiny.
sweater button, the
Night,
one
Tiny.
button down here with it wrapped around her boobs and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Then I saw her and her teenage daughter at different times a few days later wearing this black cape around walking their dog. And it's like,
Wow.
Okay. I hope they just do period reenactments. I hope it's like that.
I don't know.
Something like that.
I'm not even gonna get that close, honey.
Little
Cosplay.
You know, not the dark
they're
arts.
reaching.
Funny.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Except the cosplay goes all year round.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. And I told you guys I saw her aura later, and it was black, and it's like, no,
I always
no,
look at the
no.
eyes. I've never seen an aura in my life, but if their eyes are like that later,
Yeah,
deal.
Yeah.
her eyes were around her eyes were red, and the rest of her was black, and it's like, oh Lord, lady, move on.
Mm.
But at least we won't be here for too much longer. Just to
Yeah. Will that be
out of
happening
here.
though after all these treatments? Like you'll be done with the treatment soon? These are just
Yeah, this is the last one.
okay. This
Yeah,
is just, and this is actually just to keep you clear of it,
Right.
right?
right. But it's still,
Ugh, brutal.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
my dad didn't.
mean,
My mom didn't do that with my dad.
Yeah, it goes, right all the way up into the bladder and puts this
Mm.
stuff in there. But
Mm.
yeah, so at least I think I've stopped
From
pissing blood.
Josh,
Yeah,
like, mm.
yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with you, Josh.
Josh is like,
I'm
I'm gonna
Those
get
in
my
his legs
CDL
now.
that grunt says everything right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go of my CDL now and just die.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tempting sometimes, but not yet. I haven't lived it. I haven't seen everything I want to see yet.
That's right. Fight it out. That's what I told my mom. I said, you like food. You got to
Hell
fight
yeah.
this out, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Mhm.
Come on. Got to eat something. Get out of here.
So, do they have any diagnosis for her at all?
I was hoping today the surgeon was going to call me and let me know what was going on. Instead, I got calls from home health care.
Oh.
So it's like, why don't they just
Yeah.
push my mom out of the hospital and not tell me
Mhm.
what's going on? So lovely of them. So I went to the nurse, and the poor thing tonight, it was the first time she was my mom's nurse.
Yeah.
She was actually getting somebody ready to go home, which I didn't realize. She was like real busy doing that, getting everything together. But she told me, like, oh, it looks like he, cleared her for outpatient. I said, are you sure that's not the other vascular surgeon who cleared this, that this was just a thrombosis that's old and it's not a problem? And she's like, well, they're not here, the team. The whole team is not there at the hospital. Don't know, maybe convention. Maybe they went home for the night. Weird. So she's like, he'll call tomorrow. I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. And I don't know if I go and get, like, how you go and get the records, if it'll even say much anything in there other than tests and stuff that I won't understand.
Right.
You can read her chart anytime you want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I just say I want to
Oh,
read
yeah.
her chart.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You bet. Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Well, it's on the computer now, so it's like.
I haven't printed out.
Yeah.
Copy your
Yeah,
genius. I
patient.
didn't know that.
And
I didn't
then
know
and then
I know
run
my.
it past somebody who's a nurse
that. Mhm.
or
Yeah,
something that
I
you
know
know.
I have a
Hey.
family. I have a cousin, but I have to give her a heads up.
Yeah.
They have a patient portal for her. You can go on there and look at any time.
Patient what?
Portal.
Oh, portal. Yeah, she.
Mhm.
That would be something we would have probably set up. I didn't see the
Mhm.
patient. I'll look for it though. That's a good
Yeah.
idea too, Janice.
And a
They
lot
didn't
of times
have
in those patient portals, it actually explains it.
Hmm. Okay.
Like I got the diagnosis after I had my doctors. I'm like, okay, you're telling me over the phone
Mm-hmm.
of my results, and I'm not going to remember half of this. Can you send it to my patient portal
Yeah.
and have
Yeah.
it on there?
Yeah. Mrs. can look at all my records on her.
Hmm.
She
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
she
I wasn't even
can
thinking.
she can get into Epic and a couple other things, and
Mhm.
she already knows the diagnosis, medication before I even get home from the doc.
Mhm.
She's already
Yeah, that's awesome. But of course, she
Yep.
has to me too. I wish her.
Yeah, well, I want to see. I'm not ready to die yet. I want to.
Hey, Radio Jonesy.
Sounds weird, but I want to see the French Foreign Legion marching down the Champs-Élysées in Paris with their band and all their best uniforms. I think that would just be, it's just
So
my
cool.
weird thing.
Hmm.
Well, he bounced.
Patient information. I'm looking right now after you guys said that.
I think he's having a hard time.
Hmm.
What are you eating, Laura?
I am eating.
What are you eating? What are you eating? Ooh, Powerhouse Trail Mix.
It's got mainly nuts in it. So that's what I'm eating out of it is the nuts.
Looks good.
Yeah.
That's right. I can have my tart cherries tonight. I'm gonna have some of them. Hey, Radio Jonesy.
Yeah, I'm not very hungry.
Wait, did I say that right? Jonesy. Yeah,
Mhm.
Jonesy. Had a brain fart for a second looking at it.
We lost Josh. Bye, Josh.
Oh, we did? Oh, bye, Josh.
Janice, what state do you live in? Or is it okay if I ask?
Yeah,
Where?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay. You and
Yeah.
Barry are neighbors then. All right.
Sort of. Yep.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Long distance neighbors.
Yes, long distance neighbors.
I get it.
I'll
That's
still call
okay.
you my neighbor, Janice.
Okay, I'll still call you mine too.
Howdy, neighbor.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm your neighbor too because I probably live closer to you than Janice. I have a feeling.
Yeah. Actually, by air miles, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm taking baby aspirin every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all these mosquito bites, and I shaved my legs and I cut one open,
Oh, ow,
no.
and that thing bled and bled and bled.
Bled.
I'm like,
Oh,
holy cow!
infection, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. I can't take aspirin at all. It just really rips my stomach in half.
Hey, Radio Jonesy, if you want to come up here, you can. Just let me know.
Janice got very quiet for a while.
She's a quiet person.
Just a quiet person. Okay.
She needs a margarita.
She's old school
I
wise.
still have never had a margarita.
I would like
Really?
to take a picture, please, this week. I'll take a picture with a straw. That's what Barry meant.
Yeah. How about you just hook it up IV, just plunge it in,
Mhm. IV, yes. IV margarita, please.
Oh man, I had 3 margaritas the night at the Mexican restaurant, and I haven't drank that much in a long time. a long time.
Luga, I know when they do rounds, it's before 9 a.m. and I can't be there because my husband's already at work. And yeah, I have Malachi. And that
Yeah.
was a whole heap of fun trying to get him in today because he was 8 and not 12.
Yeah.
Said, well, if I would have read your paperwork, I guess I could have come in here and just lied. Been one of those people.
Hey, Bell Loop.
Or just walk right past them.
Yeah, right.
Just go right in. Yeah.
See ya. Yeah, but I didn't want to.
It's sometimes it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
True.
I lived like that for a long time. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah. What's up, Gary?
Jonesy.
Gary.
Gary was losing it last night on that hot pepper challenge. Poor man. I think he almost coughed up a lung. No, he was doing pretty good. All of a sudden, though, he just had to leave his computer. I would too. I'd probably puke underneath my computer. I can't.
That's not the first time a pepper has beat him.
Yeah. Well, I forget what Pepper was dusting. They were eating something that was super hot, and he threw up. He just threw up. It's like, God bless you, Dustin. He's like, yeah, I didn't work up to that one.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't. I'll be right back. I need to get some water.
Ow, cat. Oh.
Oh, weird. It took a minute for it to come up. Is that what you're on, or you think it's YT? So Luke said it took the whole panel to come up. What up? We're just catching up with each other. Some of the cool people got to go to a meetup. I didn't. Oh, Gil's available. Gil, the link is in the chat. Laura left it in.
Well, I'll put it up.
Yeah, I didn't think I could get a ride from a friend 189 miles from home. So.
Yeah, that's a little, and then it also count on getting back. That's a little sketch. Yeah.
Well, next year, Barry. Next year.
It's true.
Next year, you just ride with us.
Oh, so sweet.
That's an option too.
Yeah.
Would you not pick on me, kitty?
Hello, Gil.
Hey, hang on a second here.
Oops.
Okay.
Hola.
When I was introducing
Hola.
DJ to everybody, it was like, who are you? I was like, where to begin Homestead? Oh, Janice. And like, who is this? I said, this is my husband, BJ. And they're like, we don't see you enough in videos.
Yeah, we don't. Well, my husband felt the same way a little bit. He was like, everybody knows you, and I don't know these people. I'm like, I know, honey, I'm sorry. I go on the lives. You don't have time for that. So
yeah.
Unfortunately. Hey,
Well,
Shadow.
it's the same with me and my wife. You know, she doesn't know any of you guys because she's always working. It'd be the same situation, but reversal. You know.
Yeah.
Well, we love her just as much as we do you, Bob.
No, you sure? Well, she's a little sweeter than I am.
That's why I've been trying to put my husband in the videos a little bit more, trying to film more when he's home. You know?
Yeah, true. Yep.
All right, I'm double watching now, giving you extra watch time.
Oh, thank you. I need it. Sometimes my videos hit it, and sometimes they don't.
I was surprised what happened last night.
Yeah.
That video, I posted a video at 11:57 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
By 1 o'clock, it had, I think,
17
views or whatever. 2 o'clock, it had 70 views. 2:30, 12,000 views. Like, what the hell happened in that half hour?
Yeah. I've had a couple do that.
Awesome.
French Foreign Legion marching down the Champs-Élysées. I want to see that before the end of my days.
I don't think I've had any
Would
of
have been
mine
great
go
if
over
that-
1,000.
Well, it would have been great if that video had been monetized.
Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
a minute long, you can monetize it too.
Yeah, it was only 46 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, these were shorts, you guys were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant a video.
I've had one video hit like 16,000 and it was a full length video.
That was the copycat one, right? For one of your copycat recipes?
No, it was for, I showed empty shelves on the
Oh, yeah.
grocery store back in the day.
Yep. That'll do it.
Yeah.
That will definitely.
Hey, that'll do it again here in about 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say that.
Well, I have one that
Spoiler alert!
went over 1,000 when I was showing empty shelves here at Walmart.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I found out, Laura, when your I think you said your Walmart didn't have like anything in the freezer section. That if they write up a store, they don't close down a store. That if the health department comes in, they will work around the area and clean it up and leave the store open when it comes to grocery stores, unlike restaurants.
Huh.
I'm thankful I don't have to go to the grocery store very often.
Right. I know you impressed me, Janice, when you
But
said that.
the I'm sorry, that was Sam's Club over here where the freezer
Was it Sam's? I had all the
and it was Sam's and the grocery store, but the Sam's Club had been that area in the freezer section or in the just food section.
yeah.
Hardly any food at all for the longest time. I was just like, where's the meat? Every time I went there.
Because it probably wasn't at temp. They probably couldn't get the freezer to hold the right temp, and they won't let them have it. And then they have to get it re-looked at. If it's not holding temp, they have to have somebody come out and check the temp.
Where's the beef?
But you could be they just weren't getting the shipment, you know.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope so too.
Because that's scary. You just moved to an area that's doing that, or is that from your old area that was doing that?
This is here.
Yeah.
Say at Sam's Club and Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
Same.
maybe. Because that stuff would probably ship on the same truck. Maybe
Yeah.
the truck that was hauling it wasn't staying at temp.
That's true. True, Janice. That's true.
Yeah.
Could be. Oh my tailbone.
Tailbones
Oh,
hurt you.
sorry. Yeah, it's my sciatic stuff.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone down my leg yet. It's when it first starts to inflame. It'll do that, and then all the fun starts. So I'm hoping that's not going to be.
Yeah.
And thank you in Jesus' name.
You don't need that right now.
Do not need.
There's
Not today,
Auslander.
Satan.
Yeah.
Yep. Auslander's in here.
Uh-huh. Mhm. Shadow was here for a moment, wasn't he?
Shadow is in here.
Oh, is he then? Is
Yeah.
there?
Where's the beef? Yeah, they should bring him back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just checking on you, Gil. I didn't know if you froze for good or what.
And more like they should bring out the saying, "Where are the crickets?" So we know what they're in. Where are the crickets? Well, it's in this product now and this product now.
Yeah.
Well, I've eaten bugs. They're okay. Fry them in peanut.
But I really
Fry 'em in
don't.
peanut oil, but I'd rather eat them voluntarily than be force fed.
Yes, that's what I'd like
Yeah.
to know. Hey, Shadow Scout, good to see you.
That's
You
a
can,
shadow.
you can
How you
have
doing,
my
my
share,
friend?
Bob.
Feed.
Oh, it's okay. Just make sure you cook them real hot.
Shadow,
Yeah,
you're welcome up here too, buddy. if you
because
want.
they have other like worms inside them.
Yeah, if you don't kill the parasites. Mhm.
Yeah. You'll end up with one of those real long worms coming out of you.
Mhm.
Yeah, hello, Shadow Scout.
Oh, it's unnerving when you see them pulling it right out of their skin.
Ugh.
Oh, I've seen those where they like do the whole twirl on a pencil thing. I've watched
Oh
it.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
gross.
The
but
tapeworms
intriguing too.
the tapeworms are inside your intestines, and if I had
Yeah.
one, I'd name it. I'd give him a
You
name.
name it?
I would. Yeah, I'd make him a pet. You know.
Well, how about the people who like actually use them to lose weight?
I've heard of that. I'll name him Herman the Vermin. Herman the Vermin.
There was somebody
Peter
used
the parasite.
to lose weight, and they didn't realize that they had started multiplying. And we got the 2 out, and then she kept losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
And they went
Yep.
back in and checked. Oh, wait a minute, you got 5 more in there.
Yeah,
Oh, they had babies.
Yeah, they lay eggs. You
Little
know.
nursery. Look at that.
Ultrasound. An ultrasound.
You're a child. 100 of them.
I'll name that one Herman, and I'll name that one George, and that one Nancy.
And that one there, Ginger.
Hey, Shadow.
Hey, Shadow.
Easy.
That one's got 2 heads. I'm going to call it mutant.
I just actually.
Chris, I learned something watching your video today. That was awesome. I didn't know you could open them up. I knew you had to put them in the fridge, but I didn't know you could open them up like that.
What?
What are we talking about?
Who's talking about growing peach trees out of peach pits?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you can open them up. They have the almond like core because you can do that with nectarines, and the nectarine ones actually taste like almonds a little bit. Yeah,
Interesting.
but they have like some interesting things in them that you don't really want to eat them.
Yeah, like
it's cyanide or
arsenic.
the other one, arsenic.
Yeah.
It's arsenic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
I'm not
seeds
gonna
have
let
arsenic in them.
Yeah. A
Isn't it?
little bit won't hurt you. You know, our ancestors gave it to chickens to fatten them up.
Doesn't Burpee sell like a hybrid peach plant that it gives almonds? It's like the peach pit is an almond or something like that. I remember that like years ago. And
What's
I don't
burpees?
know.
it's
What's
a
that?
seed catalog.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, not just seeds. I mean, you can get
A lot of stuff.
trees, trees and stuff from them. A lot of hybrid stuff.
Kaylin, if it's it's not the nectarine. It's the other. I think it's apricot. Apricot seeds they use as an almond alternative. So, like sometimes when you get those amaretto cookies, you're not getting all almond. They use like apricot seed, I think, to keep it cheaper. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's apricot. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I did that with the seeds because there was a conversation going on about how our ancestors, like way back, would just eat the pits, and they would go through, just like animals and replant. But also that stuff would kill other things off that are in your system, not kill you necessarily because it's trace amounts.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand. Oh, Southeast Asia, they drink cobra blood that does the same thing. Yeah. Yep. It kills all the parasites in your intestinal system. Its blood is venomous. A friend of mine who drank some of that, and he went to grab for a toothpick and clean his teeth, and the Cambodian dude slapped the toothpick out of his hand. No, because it would have entered it directly into his bloodstream. If he nicked his gum.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, apricot power. They have it. Raw apricot, organic apricot seeds.
Huh.
So it must have very low amounts because this is a whole bag of them. And they make sometimes apricot kernel oil that people use for their skin.
Mama J, good to see you.
Is Chris Wyatt here?
And amaretto.
Oh, my goodness. Chris Wyatt is here.
What?
Right
He
on,
just
Chris.
got home, I think. Did you get home yet, Chris White? Sir?
Oh, a few days.
Glad you're back.
Yeah,
If you did.
that is crazy.
Hey, Mama J, what's up? Sorry, I was searching that, so I wasn't looking.
Hi, radio. Whoop.
What was that?
There we go.
Sorry.
Bounce. There we go. Okay. Mhm.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Welcome,
How are we
welcome.
today?
Laura,
Good.
you can have one more up here.
Yeah.
Chris, there's one more spot for you.
He'll want
Carol,
mine, Gil.
spot for you.
I'm going to get demoted.
Oh, you walked in the door an hour ago. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
You
Settle
must
in.
be tired.
Yeah, right?
That's crazy.
You got to
I
go
don't know.
wash all that
Chris is
airplane,
Yeah,
all
all
that
that airplane fun.
airplane sweat. Yeah,
If
off
he
of you.
walked in an hour ago, he probably already did, and he has his stuff
Probably.
unpacked.
Yeah, it's usually one of the first things I do.
Funny.
Yeah.
Man has more energy than I think I've had in my whole life.
Mhm.
Like in 2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
that would be all my energy of my whole life. Chris just used in 2
So
weeks.
how's it down there in Tasmania?
Yeah.
It is still spring, but boy, it's still cold. Well, it's not. It's windy and raining today, but we've had temperatures of 2 degrees Celsius and -2 Celsius. So it's not all sunshine and skittles in Australia. Some people are.
No, it's
Some
not.
people are cold. But, how are you, Barry?
So then
Yes,
what are you guys growing during this time? When are you coming out of the winter and planting stuff for spring? And
Yeah, well, just for me, I've got peas, beans, cauliflower, cabbage, all these seedlings. I've got to keep them away from these kangaroos that come into the yard. So I've had a problem. Yeah, so I've got to.
oh no.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tape it off and put a tape.
Yeah,
around
what
it.
kind of fencing can you put up for kangaroos? They're so bouncy.
Invasive? Yes.
Invasive,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
If-
That too.
yeah.
So can
well,
you just, if they are on your property and they're invasive like that and a pest, are you allowed to do away with them? Or only if you are like a true like farming?
Yeah, I
Or-
live in the heart of town, so I'm right in the middle of the city, and we've got big backyards here, and there's a little bit of council land that's not built on, and so this generational family have been living there for as long as they've been around, and
Wow.
they think your backyard's their feeding ground, so
Mhm.
they come in. I used to
Mm.
run out like Homer Simpson, boogie boogie
Right.
boogie, run up and get out of my yard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bugger. But no,
I agree, Chris. What about, oh, well, no, I've seen them. The big males will take the dogs and the dogs don't bother them. Like they'll grab dogs and stuff.
Well,
Right.
I get the smaller ones here. So if I had a dog,
Oh.
I think the dog would. I haven't got a dog, but if I had a dog, I think that would scare him out of the yard.
Yeah, I think so. Like
Yeah.
a larger
Yeah.
dog if you're just getting the smaller ones. Yeah, Chris Wyatt says big fences. Yeah, the big
Uh-huh.
kind that have that angle so they stay out. Or they,
Yeah.
I've got a cat, and he's not an attack cat. He's a
No?
I live
No?
inside the house cat, and I don't. Ooh, what's that scary thing outside? I'll just stay here.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, we know about house
Are
cats.
you
Barry's
allowed
got.
to use electric fences down there? We have the
You
hot,
can.
the hot wire around, and
that's what I was talking about. The tape fence, like I could.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll build because we get cold winters. I might build a. I've only been here about 8 months.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of an echo. I think it's from when he records. It's just slight.
Have I?
Might be.
Must have been singing earlier.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I was
better?
just thinking too.
Is
Yeah.
that any better? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
better.
That's,
Yep.
that's great.
Sorry about that. Had that up too bad.
It didn't bother Laura I because we knew what it was from.
Yeah.
Laura, I don't know if I should approve that or not. From Auslander.
What? Oh, he's a wild card. Watch out for Auslander.
It is.
I don't see what he's putting up.
It says it's a cat. You.
Oh.
I can't read that chat. Maybe it's
That
in
wouldn't
Australia. Maybe
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I don't have the other one open. I can't see it.
I would just leave it. Don't approve it.
Don't approve it.
Don't
We have to be careful over here, Auslander.
Yeah.
But if you ever watch Are You Being Served, that British comedy, the lady was always talking about her cat. Oh, it's my.
Yes.
And everyone bust up laughing.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, enjoy. Yeah, Chris is going to get a bite to eat.
Yeah. Have a good night. Whatever you have of it.
Yep.
Whatever you get of it. Enjoy
Yep.
your
So
bite to eat.
what's been
Enjoy
the
your
topic
bite
of
to eat.
conversation tonight or today? What has been the topic of conversation?
The topic
Come
is
on.
just kind of
It's
all over the
Australian
place.
humor.
Just bouncing around.
I can't do it.
I understand that, Auslander, but sometimes YouTube's AI goes nuts over that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm monetized, so I don't want to lose my
But yet
channel.
it's okay for young ladies to show just about everything. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
get clicks on their
There
channel.
you go.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
Barry, how are you?
Yeah.
How you going, mate?
Not that
That's
I'm
Pootie
complaining, but
That's
you know.
Pootie
They might
Pat.
complain if I put on a bathing suit, however.
They definitely complain if you see me in some swimmers.
Oh, man.
Lady Bird says Pootie Tat.
We
He
blame
doesn't
it all
say
on
that.
the YouTube AI. It's got
Yeah.
no sense of humor.
It's got no sense of humor at all.
Yeah, no, the AI
Yeah,
does.
it's not you, it's them,
Yeah.
Auslander.
But you're a wild card too, Auslander. That's why we like you.
He is a wild card, that's for sure.
That's why I like his intro that he has on his channel and stuff that he puts on his other like videos.
Yeah.
My daughter came home with a cat 8 years ago. The daughter left, and the cat's been here ever since.
Oh, that happens though, doesn't it?
Yeah, kids do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, kids do that. Yeah.
That's why my dad always said no cats because they were always cats
Yeah.
around.
Chuck was saying that his kids would come and they'd always come with a dog or something.
Yeah.
Pootie
I've
Tat.
named him.
There we go.
I've named him. I've only ever called him Cat. Hey, Cat. You want something to eat? Hey, Cat. Come over here.
Good enough.
Apparently, I was told the other day that he's got a name. It's Alf for that alien life form. You know, that old
Mhm.
Oh,
TV
Yep.
show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
they thought he looked a bit crazy like him.
there you go.
My brother called his kitty. That was really original. Kitty.
Well, I think he comes to me. I say, hey, Cat, you want something to eat? And he just walks up to me. He seems to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We had a cat growing up. We never really named him, but we just called him Dumbass. Dumbass. That's what we
Just
just
leave it, Josh.
called him Dumbass. And he answered to it. Oh, okay, what? Yeah, you got some food?
that's it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like that with the wife. She says, dinner time. And I go, ooh, you beauty. I'm in there. Time to come home.
Yeah.
I
Bring that
So how
forgot.
are you doing, Shadow?
I'm doing good.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can't hear
Your
you.
volume's very low.
Hear ya.
I'll
Like
be
your
right back.
mic's not on.
I'm gonna check that.
Mhm.
Better now.
Still quiet.
Still quiet. Really quiet.
Oh man.
It's like you're whispering to us.
good experience, you think? Is it better now?
It's getting better, yes.
Hey, Bob. Sorry.
I had to change the settings.
There you
I
go.
had the wrong mic. I had the wrong mic.
Mhm.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good.
Yep.
That'll do. Hey, Bob, for a silly Australian, what's the flags behind you?
The green one is Washington State, and the blue one on the top is the U.S. Air Force.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
So we have New Zealand in the house, Australia in the house, and the rest of us are Americans, but from all over
Swede.
Washington
Well, we got a Swede right there.
or Swede, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one and only.
The one and only Swede.
At least here, anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's Janice, you're the Kiwi. Is that right?
No,
No? Who's
no,
the
he's in
Kiwi?
the chat.
Oh, I just love the
Yeah.
way they talk.
No, Janice from Kentucky. Barry's
we
from
got-
Kentucky.
what?
I'm from Tennessee.
Tennessee, Kentucky, Idaho, Florida, Sweden, Australia,
Idaho.
Bob's from Washington.
Washington State. Yeah.
I forgot about them.
Chris is going live in 30 minutes.
Well, I like to say I'm Tasmanian. I'm not really Australian. We're a different island down the bottom.
Down the bottom.
Yeah, right down the bottom in the South Pole, down that side.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not the same, huh?
No, well, they're mainlanders and we're Tasmanians. It's sort of like a.
Okay.
Sort of like a.
So are the people different? Do they have different accents?
Much nicer.
Oh.
Down here, it's more like you've gone back in time, and people want to talk to you. People are friendly. Everyone says hello, goodbye. Are you all right? Are you okay? All that sort of stuff. It's quite nice.
Huh.
In Sydney, they'll walk past you looking at the concrete.
Yeah.
In Melbourne, they'll some parts of Melbourne, you'd have to hang on to your stuff real tight.
That's like the difference between Oregon and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like, Tennessee, everybody's hello, how are you? In Oregon, they're like, don't want to
Get the F away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Washington State. We're like that. Just they call it the Seattle freeze. Get away from me.
Yeah.
Well, it's there's just too many insidious people in this area. Just too many. I don't want to know anybody around me. Just leave me alone. Because it always winds up in a bad situation. Always does.
Yeah.
You can't go somewhere better? Or are you happy there?
Going to be here for a few years till we retire, and then we're going to go over to the Philippines and retire there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got friends there, and they've done exactly that. Retired to the Philippines. And Vietnam also.
Okay. I haven't been to Vietnam yet. I'd like to go there someday.
The music scene in Vietnam is amazing. There's some really talented singers and musicians.
Wow.
When I go on a holiday, it's all about music. It's all.
Yeah, I can see the drum set behind you.
I play and I travel for music. I've been to every time we go to America, we land in Dallas. We go either down the bottom or then we just go straight up middle America, and we never go left or we never go to the edges. We just stay where it's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Steph.
The farmlands.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Oops. That's weird. I thought that was me. When you said goodnight, Q, I'm like,
Good night, Q.
night, Q, honey.
Q.
I'm going to step down here, though. I have to get some editing done. And
Okay. Excuses.
live in the morning.
Yeah, James
All right.
is the
We'll
woman
see
who
ya.
never sleeps.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Have a good
Night,
night.
neighbor.
The lady who never sleeps. Yep, for
Yeah,
sure.
she's up early, just like the farmers of the days gone by.
Yep.
And probably today's days. I don't know many real,
They get up early. Especially, I think, here in Tennessee and Texas, and in the warmer states, because you have to
get it done. Yeah.
before it
I have
gets
to
too
do
hot.
it the other way. I have to get it done after like 6.
And Q.
Well, you can get it done after 6 here too, but got to feed the animals in the morning.
Oh yeah, those things. That's right.
Yeah, those animals.
Those animal things. I don't have any of those unless you include lizards, and they just eat what they want out there.
Yeah.
Little things. I swear we had that.
Kangaroos up the grass, so you don't need a lawnmower at the moment. They just come in and trim the
They're
grass.
like hopping goats. It's terrible.
I went live last night and I put a camera. I put my phone in the chat on the screen, and I stuck it out there with a bit of food around it, and we waited and we waited and we waited, and then all of a sudden one kangaroo come down, and he because my yard's on a hill, and most of some hang up. They come in and they hang up the top, where I hardly go because it's just awkward getting up there and coming back, especially when you're like me. But it's this little area here where it's flatter. They sort of come down. I've got new grass growing, so they seem to like it. But it was interesting because he come right up to it was a she because she had a Joey in the pouch. She's come up and grabbed the bread, and she knew something was funny, and she's looking at the camera going, the phone, so yeah, there's something unusual.
Yeah. Do I eat it? You're lucky.
No,
That's your phone. Do I
Just-
pick it
just
up and
looked
give
at
it to my Joey?
it freaked her out. It freaked her out. It's sort
I
of,
bet.
it was something different. And at first, I put it out there, and I forgot to turn the audio off. So as soon as everyone's going, "There's a kangaroo coming!" Oh yeah, look. And then someone goes, "Wow, check that out!" And I was, "Wow!"
Oh no!
So I went out and turned the volume down, and then reset it up again. And then about half an hour later, another one came down. It was rather, it was entertaining for everybody but me. I'm just going.
But you, yeah, because you know they're your nuisance.
Yeah.
And as soon as we stopped the live, I've packed up everything and gone because I'm in a room outside the house here, and I've gone in the house. I'm getting dinner organised, and my daughter says, "Hey, Dad, what were you trying to do out there?" I said, "I just filmed that silly kangaroo." And she said, "Well, look out there now. There's 5 of them."
Oh shoot!
Word got around.
Of course.
Yeah.
Free food. Free food.
The big scary guys disappeared. It's yeah. But anyway,
Probably called everybody to check out the weird thing that's in your yard that she'd never
Right.
seen before.
maybe it was quite funny, but
It is.
that might be my new thing. I might do one stream a week as
Yeah.
kangaroos in the yard or something. I don't know.
Watch my kangaroos and help me pay for a fence to keep them out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I am getting landscaping work done out the front, and it is costing a lot of money. Yeah, but that's why I was. Anyway, long story, but yeah, I'm spending some money out the front. So once all that's finished, then we'll decide on the fences and the gates and
Yeah.
I'm going to get the hardware done first. All the retaining walls that are about 80 years old. I mean, a house is 103 years old. So
Oh wow.
yeah, well, nice.
Have you ever seen?
It's a
Like
nice
old
location.
houses are a thing here. Like they have the old farmhouses are really in, but
Mhm.
Well, this is like a Kiwi house. If you've ever been to New Zealand, they build them sort of 2 stories, big square toasted sort of thing like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's the town I
Is
live
the
in.
roof pitched or is it flat in a Kiwi house?
No.
What's it?
No, pitched. Yeah,
It's pitched. Okay.
yeah, but it's like if you live in Burnie, everyone says you've got to be a mountain goat to live in Burnie, and I live in Burnie. Everyone, if you've got half a decent area, you've got a lovely view of the ocean, and so we overlook the harbour with ships coming and going, and all the lights come on at night of the city and town, and it's just a nice. You put up with walking up the steps for the view, you know. It's
Oh yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I tried to look up.
You're going to let Auslander get away with that.
I'm not reading chat. I
He
find
said your house is almost as old as you.
thanks, mate. He's nearly right, you know. I feel that age, Auslander. I can tell you that for a fact.
Yeah.
I've decided to go back to work. I tried to retire, so I've gone back to work, and today it was pouring with rain, and I've had to work with this crew and just get the
Oh,
job and get out.
do they look like Victorians? They have like the gingerbread on them. The work, the old Kiwi houses. Are they like Victorian, like a Victorian home?
No. In New Zealand, because it's so hilly in New Zealand, they build on the sides of hills just like where we are, and they usually like big square. Let me find a photo of one. Well, actually, let me find a photo of my house, and I'll just show you.
But you said it's one. It's 2 stories, not one. They're showing me another like a 1 story that from the 1800s, 1900 cottages. Yeah, we have what are called salt box houses here in the States that are pretty square. Well, they're more rectangle, but pretty.
Yeah.
But we have the pit. They have the pitched roof on the top, and it's like a common older home, but it's just straight And some of the colonial, styles are that way that you'll see here in the house. I mean, here in my house, you'll see.
We left a brand new apartment. We had an apartment on the beach, and the wife got sick, and once she had a stroke, unfortunately, but she's got a lot better. And then we've always wanted to live here. And then when she said, if we don't go now, we're never going to go. So we got a real estate agent to come out to our apartment. He said, I can get you this amount. And we thought that was great. And I really didn't want to sell. So I said, put another $100,000 on top of that. And if you can get that, I'll sell. He come back 2 days later and said, I have a buyer. I couldn't
Nice.
believe it.
Wow.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh. But then that means you could have gotten even more if it went that fast.
It was just, there was a buyer ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Up, needed to move, and we just, it sort of, how things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
That was the way we ended up in Tasmania. It was just like as quick as that. And I had to leave some radio jobs and all this sort of great work that I've been doing.
Yeah.
But
can you do it remotely though? Can you do some of it?
I do, but it's not the same financially. I've got too many photos here. Man, I'm going through all these.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
thousands of photos.
Trying to find one.
Yeah, I think we all have that, especially if you film on your phone.
Yeah.
Videos and. Yeah.
And if you have a bad memory, then you have all kinds of screenshots, paperwork.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hearing you. We're all the same. Doesn't matter where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without my phone if it went like when if we lose all that. That's
That's the town I live in. Well,
right along the water.
Right on the ocean. Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Really pretty.
And see how sort of the hills all go up.
Yeah.
Like a jetty? Is that a jetty out there?
Yeah, big ships come in every day, and it's quite enjoyable watching the ships.
So pretty.
I've got plenty of indoor shots, but like that's sorry.
Oh, and then I just put you down.
That's like the interior.
Oh, the floors are gorgeous. What kind of wood is that?
Tasmanian oak. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But that's
beautiful.
sort of inside. But
and the millwork is gorgeous in the older homes.
Yeah.
That's what I found. Yeah, there's always work to do. I tell you, there's always an issue. I'm going through some photos, so I'll just keep going.
I believe
that's the view.
Steph was asking. It's a New Zealand style house, but you're in Australia.
Tasmania,
right?
Yeah. But if you've ever been to New Zealand, you'll sort of recognize it. I'm just going skip. Oh, here we go. Here is what it used to look like. It doesn't look like this now. This is an older photo, but that's to New Zealand. You'll see these everywhere in New Zealand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
that almost too, like Hawaii has some houses that are a little similar.
Yeah.
But they're more like wood. They're not as like solid looking as that. Or the siding is like wood siding.
What we got there? Come on,
Oh, cool stuff. You lived in New Zealand. I hear it's gorgeous, but my friends went through a lot that were in New Zealand from the States when everything broke loose.
I bet it was fun getting furniture in your house, Jonesy.
I paid for a removalist. It cost me an arm and a leg, but I had to move from an apartment, and I had to get it 2 states away and 500 miles across a bass strait. So I had to
wow.
So
that's what we're going to do is pay a moving company, get some strong arms and strong backs to get everything over there. It's expensive, but
it's worth it. Trust me.
We didn't do that this last time, and when we moved from here, we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think the gum would be a better one for She's asking if nicotine patches ever truly expire, thinking about whether they would be a good prep item. I've heard the gum is a really good one, and I don't know if it would expire as easily as those, unless you have a hookup for the patches.
Quitting now would be good.
Yeah, for anyone who's
That's
seeing what's
that's
going on.
that's the modern shot of today, but it's not.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Oh, cool.
Added
Wow.
a lot more
Beautiful
windows. That's
home.
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Every
That's a
window
lot of
there,
stairs, though.
it is definitely. See that bottom window was split in the middle underneath the staircase.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Where it was. Well, anyway, that's going to be a new front door.
Oh, very
and
cool.
and this steps. See how the slope goes down from the staircase downwards? You can sort of see the slope. Why wouldn't they build a staircase at the far end where it's 6 steps to get in instead of 19 steps?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're building a ramp. We're building a ramp and a staircase, and plus retaining walls all the way up. A lot of work, and we're going to make that the front door where that's a small bedroom. But we're going to change it into a entry point with a sofa lounge in there in case we need an overnighter for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the studio I'm in now too. Like if I actually. I don't want to show the camera. There's too much mess in here. But if
I understand that.
We've got a bed behind me, but so like when I get some real muso mates who turn up here, we play here till late, and they have a few beers and a few drinks, and I go inside to sleep. They crash there, and wake up in the morning. Going, boy, it's cold. There's no heating here in this room.
Oh, yeah, I'd be real stiff if I had to do that.
Yeah, it'd be good in summer.
Gets too cold, I get stiff. So I'm in the right state.
You're in the right state, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good. Too far north at all. That'd be a hot mess.
That's sort of like another square. Shows you how sort of.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah. They're very modern looking though for such an older home.
Oh, it's all new cladding around the outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all
very
new cladding.
Nice.
And the people who had it before me renovated to try to get maximum price from a mainlander, which is what I was, but I still sold and bought here and put money away, and I was waiting for it coming this way. But if I'm going to go back, which I doubt, but if I'm ever going to go back, I'd be back into an apartment. I'd have to sell this place and buy a small apartment for the same value.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the apartment, the drum's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
The neighbors don't really appreciate it.
Ooh.
Good to know, Steph. I think if you go to that link and then you have to type in Hedgehog's Homestead or something like that. I forget.
Be right back.
So how are you doing, Shadow? How are things going there?
I'm doing good. We
Yeah.
have rain, a lot of heavy rain today.
That's cool.
And 11 degrees Celsius, which is a nice temperature.
Yeah.
27. Wow. Lovely.
You have too hot in Australia.
Not down here with that.
Well, 22 degrees Celsius is pretty hot.
It's nice. Yeah, no, that's lovely. It is a lovely temperature. That's like the middle of Australia, say around Sydney. That's like the standard all around. The cold temperatures are 17 and the high temperatures can be up to 40. But
that's a Florida winter where I am. That would be a really cold day here in South Florida. Because I just looked it up because I don't know Celsius. I just looked it up. It was like 51.8 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So
we get down to -2 Celsius, which is around 30 odd.
Yeah, that's
the other day
when I would go to PA. Mm-hmm.
It's spring. It's winter. The snow, when it does snow, it doesn't snow here where the water is for whatever reason, whether it's the humidity off the water or for whatever reason. It never snows here, but 15-minute drive up the hill, and she's like a white Christmas,
Mhm.
Wow. Already.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're
I
trying
mean,
to get
not already, because you're coming out of your winter.
Yeah,
I have to think backwards
Yeah.
trying to get to the
a little bit.
Yeah, it's been snowing in some areas here already. Not here in Tennessee, but in the
I know.
United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's Alaska, right?
Was it Colorado or anything? Are they getting snow already with our temperatures? Or just Alaska? Like,
think
who's
I don't
getting
know.
snow?
We're getting down to, I'm looking at my temperatures here.
Steph is saying she's got 65 where she's at.
Our low on Sunday is 44.
Wow, already? Gosh, that went fast from summer to for you guys. Like, we're still 90.
Don't worry. We will have a second summer in about a week and a half.
Yeah, it'll go up and down. That's like the end of winter doesn't really quite end into spring. It's like spring start. No, it didn't. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
we're going to hit the 90s again this week. 95 is the high too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's in the 60s at night, 50s. So
I'd like to trade you some.
trade you some. Yeah.
Cold air for some warm air.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But we get the freeze here during the winter. It just.
I've been to America in winter. Yeah, I know how bitterly cold it can be.
Yeah.
We've been to. We ended up in Lincoln, Nebraska, in late February, I think it was, and everything was frozen. The rivers were frozen, the ponds were frozen.
Mm.
The rain would hit the ground, the water would go to ice. It was just.
That's how it was when I lived in Canada.
Stephanie,
Yes.
Joe, here you go. There's the correct link.
And we played a gig at 11 o'clock at night, and I said to the bar owner, who in the heck comes out this time of night to watch a band? And the lady said, I tell you what, at 11 o'clock tonight, everyone will be in T-shirts and dancing and having a great old time. There'll be sweat dripping off the ceiling.
Yeah.
And, I thought, well, she's the manager. She should know. And sure enough, it was packed. It's like a college town. Everyone's up there at uni, and
Yeah.
there's a crazy Australians in town. Go watch the band. It was quite fun.
Sorry, I'm tripping over myself.
Sorry, my sister's texting about our mother.
No. Is she over there with her?
Oh, no. It's the sister that's decided to stay up in Virginia. She was always. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the sister that left her kids with
I'm
my
not going to be there. Oh, yeah. So, Gil, is it all your cement hardened and all of that stuff?
Well, my truck's parked on it right now.
Yeah. Nice.
And I got along the lawn, I got it backfilled up against it. And, of course, I had to backfill it from the street with the rock so I could get on it. But Monday morning at 5 o'clock my time, we start pouring the next half of it.
Wow. Hi, Robert. Zombie prepper.
And that one should be, will take 4 trucks to do, because this one barely did it with 3. Of course, we all think that the second truck, they short loaded it because we had kind of marked out one truck should do here, loaded it. The last one there should leave us with about a yard left over, or a yard and a half left over. And he goes, no, I ordered 27 yards, and he ordered 3 yards extra.
Oh.
Well, we had about a quarter of a yard left over when we were done. I know there were spots that I did it shallow. I mean, I had the rock. I mean, it was only 4 inches thick. but next to the house and in between the bays on the garage. That one section there and there were some other ones where it was only like 5 inches thick because the ground underneath it was so friggin' hard I couldn't dig it with the tractor.
Right.
And so, yeah, and the space that second truck did, they're like, "What is he empty already?"
Wow.
And I was going, you know, what's going on here? But so he'll have 4 trucks. Probably going to order 2 or 3 yards extra as well, just in case. And so by 2 or 3 yards extra.
Sorry.
What was that?
Nothing.
No. Oh yeah, no, it was an echo. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
So there will be a. So by 6 o'clock Monday evening, I'll be pulling the form boards, and hopefully by Thursday I'll be able to have 6 cords of firewood delivered.
Nice. So you can stack them up nice, and they'll stay dry and not.
No, that's where they back right up to the shop. One of the roll-up doors in the shop, and they can just dump it there, and I can just wheelbarrow it right on in where I'm stacking it inside.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Had a lot of work ahead, man. But you've done so much, Gil. Like that concrete looked great. It really looked like it cured well. Like they did a good job.
It did well. I got to talk to the guy and see about possibly going from 5%, 5 sack mix of Portland cement to 5.5 sack.
Right.
It'll make it a lot stronger, and it'll make it cure quicker. As far as after, instead of like in 2 days, it'll be as hard as it would be in 3 days. Because even now it's still curing and getting harder. It takes about 30 days for it to reach peak PSI strength.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I've moved my studio around, and for some reason the audio is coming out of speakers that don't exist. So I'm hearing noise out of the computer, which shouldn't be, even though it's coming through the headset as well. So,
that's interesting.
Yes, internal speaker.
I've got no speakers. It's coming through the computer at the moment, but it shouldn't be coming through the computer. It should be coming through my desk, and then into the headset through the desk. So I'm going to have to disconnect everything and sort it all out. But that's where that echo is coming from.
So has anybody been following the stuff with the Queen?
Not really. But I did see a cool video, a historical video.
Yeah.
In 1941, the American was it the 609th, I think it was, trying to remember from the video, bomber group named one of their one of the B-17s, named it Princess Elizabeth. And the royal family goes, no. Because of if it got shot down, it would have been a big, political coup type thing for Germany. So they changed it to the Rose of York. And they say, okay, that's cool. And she went out and she actually christened it.
Wow.
Did it get shot down?
Did it get shot down?
It was doing great. The first crew that served on it had absolute, great record. Second crew was doing good until they decided they wanted to bomb Berlin. When they sent all those planes into bomb Berlin, it got hit by a lot of anti-aircraft. It dropped its load, nailed its target, turned around, and coming back, it got peppered by anti-aircraft and went down over the channel.
30,000 U.S. Air Force airmen lost their lives over Europe. Just Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more than the Marine Corps lost during the entire war. 30,000 guys got killed.
Let's do daylight bombing runs.
Yeah, it was they.
Big mistake.
Well, no, the British were bombing the cities and killing the population. The U.S. was trying to stick with our doctrine of stopping their ability to make war.
Yeah.
That's the U.S. Air Force doctrine. It's, hit their logistics and their manufacturing.
Yeah. And
make love, not war.
Yeah, that's better.
Mm-hmm. And did we learn anything? I don't think so. All it's still going on.
Kelly homesteading with Pooh Bear.
Hey, Callie.
You get these the wrong people in charge, and they get swollen up with power and go crazy. Never changes.
Yep. And the people around the globe, just like us, just sit by and wait for it all to happen.
Yeah. Stephanie says it cost $1,000 for a cord of wood in Germany. What's it cost in Idaho, Gil?
Delivered is $250 for a cord of wood.
Hi, Rebecca.
Good, and it's cut good, split good, and they back the trailer up, dump it, and then I got to wheelbarrow it into the shop, into the back area where I'm
That's
stacking.
cheap. In Portland, Oregon, it was like $700, and we sold it for $100 when we moved.
Is it seasoned?
Well, that's a deal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing is, this year, the price may be down a little bit this year because we've had those huge windstorms going on since February to come through and bringing trees down. So they probably have a lot of trees they've had to remove, and they're probably packed full of trees. They were, when I was talking to the guy back in May, he goes, "Yeah, we're busier than a cat on a hot tin roof."
Yeah. I get that. Mm-hmm. Some years are like that out here on the coast. We get nailed with those winter gales and just tear the place up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a large tree removed in the last place that I lived in, and I told him, you can take the wood. And he goes, "No, I've got too much. I don't want it." So, okay. We had a fireplace at the time, but so I just split it up and burned it.
See, now if you get to where you garden, extra wood is for hugelkultur.
Yeah.
Well, next spring, you're gonna love this, Carol. Next spring, all those cottonwood trees I've been showing that the wind's just blowing. Those things are up like 80 feet tall.
Yeah.
We're cutting them in half. We're going to top them at the 40-foot mark. And they're going to run everything, all the small branches through the chipper shredder, and is going to dump it right in my compost pile.
Nice.
Good deal.
Nice.
Yeah, those cottonwoods are so dangerous. I've seen those things release branches as big as a tree, just right out, no wind blowing, nothing. They just get weak and boom.
That's our. I don't know if they have them in Australia or not. Do you guys have the banyan trees? The banyans? Do you have those? The old banyan trees? It's a large ficus, and it sends down just like roots and roots. We have one that's in the same family. It's called a strangler fig. But the banyans themselves will just fall over, and they're huge, like huge. Like a car could stand up on its side, and that's about how big some of these are around. But it's a lot of smaller. Sorry about that. Smaller trunks. It looks like at the base, just a bunch of small trunks. And I saw a whole one lift up during one of our hurricanes, just in my stepdaughter's her family's yard, like huge.
Wow, that's scary.
We get the gum trees that just limbs will just decide to die off just the limb, and all of a sudden I call them widow makers, and
same here. Yeah, down they go. Now that's how the cottonwood trees are. There's really no fiber in the cottonwood. It's just like pulp.
No, you don't. How the gardens in here? Hey, Glenn, he knows the banyans. Yeah, you don't see many anymore. I think
a lot of our oak trees here in our area, they'll like split, like have two upper high limbs, like that one. I have one that's actually looks like a fork on our property. It's actually not on my property anymore because we sold that part.
Oh, good! You did sell. Yay! Good.
So we sold 30 of our 160 acres. So
That's good.
Mabel's happy.
yeah,
I'll tell you what, getting seasoned firewood was a little difficult last year, so I'm hoping that this year it's not so bad.
Some type of
Well,
tip.
the best thing about fireplaces and firewood is you know what you spend on your electricity heating instead of running like heat
Yeah.
pumps and everything else to heat your house. If
right.
you've got firewood,
Oh,
you can.
I'm sorry. I mean, I was
No,
reading the
that's right.
side chat, and Rebecca
I-
said they have the Bradford pears. Those are horrible, and they'll also mate with your real pear trees. And yeah, they're awful. The Bradford pear trees. I've heard they're terrible things about them, Rebecca.
Hi,
They'll
Rebecca.
split and everything. Sorry about that, Jonesy.
Oh, that's all right. I got to shut up because I think my microphone and I make too much. Is it way too loud now?
No,
No, you're good now.
You're
You're
good.
good now. You're actually clear. Yeah, it's good.
yeah,
Okay, I'll just won't touch it. Nothing else. Hands free. Yeah. It's the heating. Like the heating is for us. We got 3 fireplaces in this house. One in the
Mhm.
bedroom, one in the dining room, and one in the lounge room. And all 3 of them are boarded up. All 3 of them have either got they've put bookshelves in them, and they run a heat. Like the old owners put heat pumps and electrical heating, and it's definitely the way the electricity prices are going. It's going skyrocketing all around the world with all this
Yeah, it's good to
money
have.
getting pumped into solar panels and wind farms and everything else, and putting the cost into the everyday people paying for their power. But
Yeah.
I'd rather. Well, we're going to just clear one of them up for next winter and have a combustion fireplace inside the fireplace.
right.
And just when you buy your wood, you just know that's your heating cost,
Yeah.
and it's done.
Yeah. True.
Say, Shadow, is there any update on Sweden shutting down one of the nuclear power plants?
Well, Ringhouse 4 is shut down because they need to replace a big, large part that controls the temperature in the reactor. And they need to order that from another country. So So the problem is they will not get it until November, I believe.
Wow.
And that would probably take weeks before they install that new part. So
Is that anywhere near you, Shadow, that you're dealing with that, with the nuclear power plant?
Ringhouse is in the southern parts of the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's hopefully not going to affect like the beautiful stuff you showed us when you were camping, like the waterways and things like that. Because sometimes it leaks out, that stuff everywhere.
Well, I think the biggest concern would be Sweden in the beginning of winter. No power.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Think
Bob.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is the governmental agency who are responsible to oversee the power grid. They didn't do the job to keep it safe. So in the near future, we can face this, at least those who are in the southern parts, that will be lack of power because they will be more customers and they can't provide enough power to all of them. So there will be lack of electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And
You'll go rolling blackouts.
So they will shut it down for 50% of the population in the southern part.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Will have no electricity, and it will probably get even worse.
Yeah.
Because they have warned, our contingency agency has warned, sent out a warning that we are not, Sweden is not prepared for an electricity crisis. We are not. So,
Sweden.
yeah. So when it happens, when it gets worse, well, do you know what they do? They have to deactivate it manually. And you know what? It takes weeks before it's go back to normal again. And even if it's do it at all. So we do talk about 1 day, 1 week or so without power. They warn us that the whole Sweden will have a huge nationwide blackout.
Oh boy!
Freeze to death.
No power at all.
Freeze to death in the dark. Isn't that what some of those in New World Order folks have been planning on for a long time?
Yeah.
Population control, all that stuff.
Yeah, and a colleague I have at work, she has a friend in the southern part. Her electricity bill normally is on 13,000, but now it will raise to 30,000, which is about $3,000 in a month.
Oh my Lord!
Ugh.
Here it comes, folks.
But they have bought 5 cubic meters of wood, so they will use that instead.
Yeah. Yeah, starve to death in the dark. That's what some of these elitists want.
Yeah.
They're starting in Europe.
They just want large groups to die at once, is what it is, to get down to that amount that they think is right.
Sick.
Yeah.
The old and sick. They're disabled.
Well, I got some bad news for the United States. Both of the major railroad companies, Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, and Union Pacific.
I heard about that.
They're in those negotiations with their employees. They've been screwing employees over for the last couple of years, making it worse and worse. And the contracts are up, and they're trying to do this. Anyways, there may be a strike comes Saturday.
Right.
Shut down all the railroads in the United States.
Oh,
Bring it.
no.
Bring it, baby. I'm ready. Bring it.
I've been trained for a long time.
So many people aren't, though.
Yeah.
It'll cause complete chaos.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be. Let's see. Usually strikes don't last too long. My union went on strike, and we did have a couple of long ones, but
It's the backlog that it will cause, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just like all that. Go ahead, Laura. Sorry.
a lot more, and we don't have the drivers to compensate for the railroads being down.
Yeah, there's not enough truckers to even spit in the bucket at it.
Yeah.
Well, if that really does occur, because where I've had lunch with my wife out at the port of Tacoma, Washington, that's where all the sales of corn, soybean, etc., gets loaded onto foreign ships right there. So that would really affect the overseas customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to act out here in the trains.
All the soy from here in Tennessee and Kentucky and
China's not going to get all that food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True. They probably already have it.
CR.
They're buying up all the island countries on the way to Australia. So like all the small islands, they're coming in with their money and getting in return. All they want is somewhere to dock their ships.
Yeah,
and,
they've been doing that. They've been doing that. Just a second. Give me a sec. They've captured some islands off the coast of Vietnam and off the coast of the Philippines. So they've been doing that for about 10 years now. They captured them. They took them because Vietnam and the Philippines just doesn't have the resources to beat them up. So they just took advantage of it.
Well, just like Fiji. Fiji's not far from us. They've just come in there with millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The government's just said, yeah, we'll take it. and we still love Australia. We still want Australian support because we've been supporting them for as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
With their financial aid and all their road infrastructures and
so is
all
America.
this stuff. Yeah, well, China's come in, and next week now there's a big lot of construction going on, and they're building a place to put their warships, and
now it's theirs.
Interesting times.
Very
Well, they did the same thing in Guadalcanal on the Solomon Islands, and the Australian military is there to keep peace, because the locals, some corrupt government official of one of the islands, he took the bribe, and the locals came up in arms, and they're like, no, or they try. I don't know. I think they tried to kill the leader, and they put a stop to it. The locals did.
The South Pacific is a really interesting melting pot of what's going on in the world of today. Like it used to be beautiful islands that you'd go there and have a holiday, spend your money, and go back home to your life. Now it's a strategic places for governments to, have war games, to put military bases, all sorts of rubbish. But yeah, just like I'm in Tasmania, I'm just smiling, just doing my own little thing down here, and just hope the best for your kids and your grandkids, and
Yeah, that's the thing, is for the kids and the grandkids, right?
Well, yeah. Well, at my age, you've only got 20 years of good life, and maybe another 5 on top of that, and then you'll be struggling a bit. But so, like my father, when he died, the very last day, he said, "Enjoy every day. Never pass up an opportunity. Always, be positive. Never be half empty. Always half full. And if you live by that ethos, life's going to be good, Steve-o." And he died that night, so that sort of ingrained into my psyche. So I've been always a glass half full guy. It's someone offers you someone says to you, "Hey, Radio Jonesy, would you like to come on the panel?" I was doing other stuff, and I thought, I rush around and don't finish what I was doing, and started my computer up just to come on because I just want to say good day. People, if doesn't matter who it is, I'd like to be a positive influence on somebody during the day. It seems to be what I like to do. But,
Gosh, guys, I have to say thank you to the crowd earlier. I'm in her records right now. Thank you, Bob, and you guys who said about getting. I got in online, so thank you.
Good.
That's
I was not. It's like you would think that would be on my mind, but there was so much coming at me. I didn't even think.
No, I know what it's like. Hey, Mitra.
Thank you so much.
Why sometimes you need people that are not totally involved in the situation to help, because they're going to think of those things that.
The best advice usually comes from the outside. Looking in from the outside.
That don't have
investment. Just concerned about our Swedish friend here for winter.
That's awful.
I hope Norway or Finland can sell power over to Sweden. I hope they can.
Well, everyone's been relying on
the problem is we export a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
I believe it's Germany, Poland, and it was a couple of other countries too.
So if you're having power blackouts, that means you're not exporting any power. That means those guys are going to have power shortages too.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what the topic was on Swedes Live on Saturday. We're talking about that pretty extensively. But,
anyway,
I'm so glad the guy I bought this house from put in that wood burning stove. Brandon, when he got this house back in 2000, the first 2 months he was in here, it didn't have a wood burning stove in it yet, and he was using the electric heater. And he got his first bill halfway through the second month, and it came out, $584 for the month. And he goes, "Oh, screw this!" He went out and bought a wood burning stove that day, and got it put in. And
Yeah.
soon it was in, he turned off the electric furnace.
I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Well,
at $500 a month, I froze. For $500 a month, gee, that'll pay for my firewood in just a month and a half.
Yeah.
yeah.
Electricity bills out here are skyrocketed. It's in Tasmania where we generate hydroelectricity because there's so much rain and there's so much water flow.
Yeah.
We
same here.
generate way more electricity than we can use. So our electricity prices have always been low. The federal government wanted to connect to us to the main grid because we were on our own separate grid. And like a fool, the local government here went, okay, let's play happy little politics and we'll connect. Well, everyone's electricity bill tripled instantly once it got connected because we
Isn't
had
that
to pay
interesting?
what
right.
the mainland was on.
Crooked sons of you know what.
Yeah.
In Oregon, where we used to live, the water bill was like 3 times higher than it is here. In Tennessee, where it's hot and,
Mm-hmm.
Laura,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, are you on, you don't have to answer this if you feel like it's like an invasion of privacy, but are you on American Power?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel for you.
Are
When I
they a
lived in
problem?
Eastern Kentucky, I was on American Power, AEP.
Uh-huh.
They just ripped us, as they say, a new one several times. It was ridiculous. There were people who lived by themselves in like a studio apartment, and they were paying like triple electric power bills that for a person who had a family of, let's say, 4 or 5.
Mm.
It just didn't make any sense to me. And then finally, people said, "Okay, we've had enough," and they've got several class
That's
action
exactly right.
lawsuits on them. So
Yeah,
The
Steph
government-
says water is cheap here, but electric is not. It is not.
It's the same everywhere. It's all global.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting is, so my wife is still in California there, in California, I should say, with Pacific Gas and Electric Bandits. And she does, for during the summer, she has not turned on the AC unit at all. She's paying 4 times the electricity than I'm paying here. And when she was here, we were working underneath the house, putting in the plumbing for the soft water heater, the soft water softener, and we discovered that there was a water line heater on the water line going from where it goes into the house down to where it goes under the ground to go outside. Turned out that thing was on all the time.
Oh my goodness.
And so she was still paying 4 times the amount there. And so like I said, he doesn't need it. I cut it off and unplugged it, took it off, and replaced the water line and plumbed in the water softener. But it was, ridiculous. To think that for the last year and a half, that thing's been on the entire time. But still, my electric bill never got over $100.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Our government gave everybody for winter a $150 bonus, a credit off your bill for that quarter or that month, whatever you had. But we weren't paying that anyway. You know what I mean? Like the bills went up dearer than that, and then they, like for winter, they call it the winter heating. Well, for want of a better word, like fund. So they gave everybody that $150 bonus or $148 something bonus. But in the long run, they were taking that off us anyway, month after month, quarter after quarter. But anyway, it's just that's the way of the world. Like
That happened with our smart ones too. The smart, they put them on the side of our house for our electricity, and our electricity almost doubled our bill.
Mhm.
The smart readers did that. So
We've got a smart reader here
Smart
as well.
readers are sucking more juice to run, and they're charging you because they're taking it from your side of the house.
ridiculous.
Even solar panels. If you ran solar panels here, you pay a higher rate on your electricity charges because you're saving money through the sun. Now you work that out.
Oh no, ain't that
They
crooked?
hike. That's
Yeah.
so crooked.
And
That's
that
what they.
security light out here's an additional $15 a month. Good job.
Listen, it's cheaper.
Wow.
There's less sun in Tasmania anyway. Like it's
Yeah.
my
Right.
solar panel watch loses time here. Solar charge watch, I should say.
Mhm.
It's an expensive Seiko that gets charged by light, and it stops. It can't go 24 hours. It just doesn't get enough light, which is I find hilarious.
Wow, very true.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't do smart readers here stuff. That was, yeah. Some people have had issues with it. Go ahead.
Wages. Yeah, to stop the wages for the guy walking around doing the meter reading.
Yeah.
That's why the smart ones went in, so they said.
So I can see why now on YouTube advertising, they're here in Washington State. If you get solar power panels, you can save all this money and put it back into the grid.
Yeah.
I understand now why they're pushing this. Yeah.
A double take, even though
You
they
got
say
it.
it's free.
They'll double charge you because
Double take.
there's not
Double
enough
take.
sun
And
here.
they get federal funds for us too to help us.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Well, with my house here,
launder more money.
I brought
Carol.
21 100-watt panels from California and 15 15-watt panels that I was going to set up here. Once I get those set up, it'll power just about it'll power everything but the hot water heater in this house. I have battery banks all set up. I just need to spend the time and get everything hooked up. Like I got a lot of time. And once it's all hooked up, I can turn off a lot of the stuff in this house and just run it off the solar battery banks. And as far as the electric water heater and the electric stove go, and I forgot about the dryer. The electric dryer. We want to get the natural gas is right in the street. We can just get. We just got to pay the hookup to get them to plumb it in here.
Yeah.
And we can just about kill off our electric bill.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it illegal to grow tobacco in the US?
No.
It's illegal to grow tobacco here. You need a license.
Oh,
and they don't give licenses out.
I think in some states it is, but not all states.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if like the tobacco states it might be like stricter.
It also depends whether or not you're growing it to sell it.
Yeah.
If you use it for self-use, might be loopholes for that.
It's really hard to get the strains that they use for smoking.
You can grow your own marijuana plants, but you can't grow tobacco plants.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really weird,
isn't it? Though
I don't.
Yeah.
And they both give off the same amount of carcinogens.
Yeah.
I've got a mate that he's a muso, and what made me think of that question is that he lives on this river all by himself, solar panels and little windmills, and he's been only bill he pays is the rates for the land to the council, the local government. But apart from that, he's never had an electric bill, water rates bill, anything. He's
we won't have a water bill, but
that's good. You have a well.
Yeah, we'll have a well, but we will have that expense of the well.
Yeah.
So, you do have to power that.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you can need to
Solar
look
panel.
into, solar
Sure, you
panel.
can. I've seen a lot of Homestead videos where they've done that.
Where they powered it through solar themselves.
Yeah.
That would be because if you go grid down,
Oh, it's cotton. You have to be careful what Tian said. It's not illegal here. In Florida, it's not illegal. And
Yeah.
we grow tobacco in the northern part of our
on the
state.
way to our property, a lot of people are growing it.
Yeah. And the Amish grow it. They have to,
Yeah.
like, tobacco. Isn't that the barn that you showed? They had like
Yeah.
tobacco hanging up.
Yeah, they smoke it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
we were
Right.
driving.
God, they can't have electricity, but they can smoke tobacco.
We were driving through Oklahoma somewhere. I don't know what road it was on, but we were doing like 100 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour on a bit of a freeway or a highway. And we're just coming along and we seen these red reflectors and we wondered what it was, but it was a horse and cart. It was an Amish guy in front of us trotting along with a horse. And we're doing we're a bunch of dumb Australians driving along on dusk. What's this thing in front of us? And next week, no, it's I'd hate to see if someone got hit by one of them got hit by a car, but that was
So you have Amish in Australia?
No, I was in
my internet, not my internet, my Chrome browser went and closed all my windows.
That's what happened to me on your channel.
Yeah.
When I was live on your channel, that happened to me.
Yeah, so I know what it was. Don't know what it was, but Chrome just went.
Yep, that happened to me the other day too when I was live.
They must be getting hacked or something's going on.
I don't think it's a hack. I think it's just some of the updates Chrome has been pushing out have been a little screwy. Somebody hasn't been doing their due diligence and testing it before they push it.
Yeah, the Amish are really not this far west. I'm right on the Pacific coast, but they're here and there around the U.S. Amish and the Mennonites.
Yeah,
we definitely stopped at their stalls and bought rugs and all these little things that they were making. We thought it was quite a
their quilts have gone up so much. I remember even back when I got married in '95, their quilts were expensive. Can't imagine how much they charge.
But it was the novelty value for us to bring it home and say, "Hey, look what we bought from the Amish."
I can understand that. I can. Yeah, it's like I bought some women's clothing for my missus that were made by the natives in the mountains of Mindanao, just because
I guess that would be like us getting an Aboriginal boomerang that's been decorated by,
I've got one hanging in my house right now.
I've seen them, but I don't know like if they were made just for the tourist trade. I used to work for Koala Blue, Olivia Newton-John's store, and we had we had them in the store for sale. I ended up, I think I bought one and I gave it to a boyfriend at the time, and now I'm mad I didn't keep it.
We were going to Frisco in Dallas, or in Texas there somewhere, Dallas. And there was a Koala Blue there, and it was Australia Day, 26th.
Yeah.
And we all viewed like 7 Australians, and the place was packed.
Yeah.
And we're standing there, "G'day, mate, how you going? G'day, mate." And all these, "Oh, you're really Australian?" "Yeah, I sure am."
Yeah, that's where it's like I watched the Americans try, the Vegemite. I'm like, oh, you don't want that much.
All right. I just noticed what time it is. I got to get out of here.
All right. Have a good night, Kel.
I got a little bit of work I got to do before the rain hits in the morning. So I'll see you all later.
All right. Have a good night, Kel.
Oh, by the way, those that are members of Camp Patton, I just put out 2 members only videos today, guys. I'm shameless plugging here.
That's the way.
Have a good night. Yeah, that was so much fun working for that store. The one I worked for was in Boca in Florida, and it introduced me to Violet Crumbles, which was, oh my gosh, it's so good. They're super sweet now. Like if I have one, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I eat this? But we used to Tim Tam. Yeah.
Have them?
Yeah.
I don't remember if we had. I have it probably at my Publix. Publix actually has Violet Crumble. I hadn't found them for years. We were having trouble getting them in.
What
back
is
then.
Violet Crumble?
Violet Crumble is
Like a
okay.
honeycomb and a
There's Cadbury
honey.
on them now, or no? Because the
I think
chocolate
so.
kind of tastes a little bit like Cadbury chocolate, but it's
Yeah.
over this very crisp honeycomb
Yeah.
candy.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Very
it's
sweet.
oh so good. It like
Very
melts in your
sugary.
mouth.
I wonder if
It's-
my Publix would have it.
Not good for your diabetes.
Not good for your
I don't
diabetes.
got diabetes, so
I don't know what the sodium would be in those either.
Melts
Yeah.
in your mouth and in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like to bite the chocolate off the outside and then just get a piece of that inside honey,
Uh-huh.
like
we could almost call you
flavored.
Australian.
Huh?
We could almost call you an Australian.
Is that what they do too? And get that piece that just melts in your mouth?
That's it.
I loved
It's
it.
like
But
Tim
we
Tams
used to
where
have them. Did they have the milk bar at the one that you went to down in Texas? Like where you can get milkshakes and Vegemite spread on
no,
it.
it was just a coffee with all the cakes and stuff. But
Yeah.
well, it could have been.
Just-
No, there was. Yeah, there was thick shakes and milkshakes. Yeah.
That's what we did with the old milkshake. The metal ones we would
I
make
think I'll stick
milkshake.
with Nutella.
Yeah, Nutella
You
is
got
much
that too.
better.
Mhm.
No offense,
Same,
Jonesy.
Barry. Trust me, Barry, it's not the same.
Yeah, totally different. Salt, sweet, different craving.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to get these raspberry shortbread cookies that were so good.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Yeah.
Oh, they were so good. It was like they just made enough little indentation for the raspberry jam. So good with a cup of coffee. And our coffee, it was funny. It's an Australian store, but we made Hawaiian coffee.
Oh, that's so funny.
It was Kona coffee with cinnamon. You had to put the cinnamon in it. It just was great because it made the store always smell so good. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was fun. That was
I've got
my.
one of Olivia's albums just over here somewhere.
Oh, all my albums went to my cousins. I didn't have many left, but they helped move my mom, like help pack the pod, and we have a
Mhm.
musician on that side of the family.
And how
And-
good does music sound coming out of a vinyl if you got a good headset
Yeah.
compared to an MP3? What you miss out today?
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's true.
Yes, Hugo. Kona coffee is good. That's where I got addicted to coffee. Was working at that store. It was
Yeah.
really good brewed with some cinnamon in it.
Like
I've
I've
never
seen
drank
it, but
coffee.
I've never thought to try it.
What was that, Barry?
Said I've seen it. I've just never thought to try it.
Yeah, it's good.
I drink tea. I don't drink coffee. My wife drinks coffee.
You
like
can
it's-
come up if you want, Tia.
You don't drink
Yeah,
coffee. My daughter's never drank. She doesn't even drink soda. She'll drink juice, water. That's it.
good
Just
for her.
She might
Yeah.
outlive us all.
She
That's
might.
right.
I don't know though, because she like lives off a diet of chicken nuggets and pizza like rolls. So there's that.
I've got a daughter like that too.
Yeah, I'm like,
The
gotta
thing
eat
is,
more.
I did that for a while here recently. I was living off pizza.
Yeah,
Like
that and PB and J.
think of,
Yeah, she eats like a teenager, even though she's 24 now. In fact, they looked at her and they were checking the ages at the hospital. I'm like, she is 24. She looks really like a night. She could still pass as a ninth grader. She's so petite.
Wow.
But yeah. She,
Oh, I could for the longest time too. And then all of a sudden, I started to look old.
it's
I just
usually
can't wait.
around that time called motherhood at around 4. They're 4 years or 5 years old and
Mhm.
doing things that the age suddenly just creeps in a little, but not much. You're still young.
Yeah.
But,
At around
yeah.
1975, I used to sneak into AC/DC concerts underage, and I
Wow.
used to go with my older brother.
Right on.
We'd be jumping around like I'd be jumping around like I'm a 22-year-old, and I'd
Yeah.
be having a great old time.
Yeah. We could kind of do that. It wasn't as strict back then. Like I'm 52, and like the 70s and 80s were fun to grow up in because it wasn't
Yeah.
like it is now, where
Right.
everybody wants to be, a cop.
Well, in
kinda
those days,
with rules.
the population of the U.S. was about 50% less than what we have now.
Yeah.
You know,
That much?
well, I'm just throwing that out as an
Okay.
example. But well, you know, you got 30,000 a month coming across the porous border every day, every month.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we stopped having lots of children. Like a lot of the generation was like both were working, and you only had like one or two kids.
Yeah.
The big families kind of. Wow. Oh my goodness. Stidham, it's 13-year-old is 5'9".
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I can really, I could really say that it's in the 70s and 80s in this area, there was like 1/10 the population that there is now. It's unbelievable how many people are here. Just crazy.
Yeah, same with Florida. Florida used to be a retirement state. This whole area was mostly, older people and just a couple, maybe younger families. And now it's just so everywhere, like multicultural mix, but just tons of people.
Can you remember back when Florida was like the carjacking state? It was really.
The Camrys. People were stealing the Camrys.
Yeah.
It was the car not to have.
It's too dangerous. And now everyone wants to go down there.
Now there's zombies.
Yeah, now there's zombies. Thanks,
Zombies
Barry.
in Florida.
Thanks, Barry.
Sorry,
Are you talking about the bath salt zombies, you mean?
Yeah, Flacca. Yeah.
Fentanyl zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, we have the ones that go naked and want to eat people. That was in the news.
Most of the time, they will not take no for an answer.
You know,
yesterday evening.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yesterday evening there was a fella out front of my house, 20, 30 yards away. He was in a meth.
Night, Kaylin.
He was high as hell on meth, and that guy was walking in big circles for hours,
zombies,
babbling, and it's just like, my God, what happened? You know,
I missed something in the news.
Yeah, I must have missed it too. Maybe if I watch the news, I might pick up something.
Yeah.
Well, 2 days
Oh,
ago.
nice, CR. I didn't see you pop in. Sorry, CR.
In Western Australia.
I know. I was researching that.
A man got killed by a kangaroo 2 days ago. Like it's relatively rare, but he got sliced and diced.
Oh, sliced and diced. You.
Wow.
Well, when you see in boxing, like they stand up tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what they're doing, they're balancing on their hind tail, and then they lunge their legs at you with claws.
Boom.
Yeah.
And they slice you like a dinosaur would have.
Oh,
yeah.
And that's how they.
I knew they kicked, but I didn't think about the claws that are on those things coming at you.
Kind of like emus do, or emus are known to do, and
But emus got a brain like a. Look over there, and they'll go. And you just walk the other way, and then they go. They can't remember that 5 seconds ago.
Well, America's favorite video of those kangaroos is the man who his dog almost got stolen, and that man goes and bam hits the kangaroo, and the kangaroo
punched him in the face.
What the hell did I do? What?
What? What's that all about?
What's that?
If you notice the guys who wrestle or fight kangaroos, they'll all be wearing denim jeans. They'll all have boots on. They'll all have like flannelette or thick shirts because the claws really can get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
This didn't look like it was like they were out to fight them. I don't know if they were hunting. Is that video? They might have been hunting, and it started to take his dog. Like it was just grabbing his dog and walking the dog off.
big male, yeah.
He had a hold of the harness the dog was wearing.
Yes, it was the craziest. I'm just going to take this. We need a dog.
Guys, I need to step down. Actually, I need to prepare for work.
Okay.
Okay.
And by the
Shadow.
way, I put a link
Okay.
to the energy crisis in the private chat. You can. It's on
Awful.
English, so you can
Okay.
read it.
Okay.
Cool.
Get it.
Thank you.
That's
You're welcome.
like that's
If you
a
wanna
hook right
share it
there
with
for your
the-
videos, Shadow Scout. That's a
Yeah.
hook right
Yeah.
there to
Thank you.
yeah,
I'll
with
check
that,
it out.
to help your people go through it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I know we're
Wow.
praying for you. I didn't know it was that dire. Thanks, Bob, for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a topic on his last Saturday's live. Was
Yeah.
just that.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a lot going
and I
on.
know this winter will be a terrible mess.
Yeah.
I
This
wonder.
one will not be fun.
Or it's the dark winter for everybody that somebody was talking about a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Perhaps.
before it was medicated well.
Should I
Just-
ask?
Take
Take care, Shadow. Have a good day at your work. Take
Bye,
care.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. And please read the.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it to open it.
Yeah,
Thanks, Shadow.
you're very welcome. Have a
In fact,
great day.
maybe we can share that if you guys want to do that. We can share
Yeah,
that.
share it with
Let me see.
in the chat if you want to. No
Yep.
problem.
Hold on. I just
Take
grabbed
care.
it.
Stay safe. God bless.
You too.
God bless.
God bless, Shadow Scout Speed. Let me see. I need to.
I was reading in the chat there. It was, are kangaroos smart or dumb? Well, they've got a memory. They do remember things.
Oh.
Yeah, and they do know where to go, what to do. Like an emu. An emu is just like he just wanders about doing his own thing, and
Yeah.
they could follow you. Like
Oh God.
where I used to work before, they'd run along next to your car. And the mine site that I was working in, the policy was if an emu followed you into the mine, you'd get the sack. So if an emu was following you, you had to stop your car, and then the emu would get bored with you because you've stopped, and he'd look left, look right. If he looked away from you, you just drive again.
Just drive.
And then he turns around and goes, like no one else, they're just stupid and dumb.
That's awesome.
Why? Who created an emu for what? I do not know.
Maybe for entertainment. I don't know either. Or maybe can you eat them? Can people eat an emu?
They breed them for. If you have them in a farm,
Like
they're
a turkey?
mainly for the eggs and the feathers.
Hey,
The main thing.
how you doing, Tennessee Brooks Crafter?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, I think the emus were just left over from the dinosaur age. Just somehow they managed to survive.
It's funny when you see them in real life, and you just sort of like they're not really in the cities; they're mainly out west. And when you're out there and you do see them, you go like, "Wow, look at there's an emu," and then they look at you and
There's the link from Shadow Scout, guys. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I can't imagine seeing a big bird like that in real life every day. Zoo. Yeah, but
Hey, Chris.
what's up, Chris? So what happened that you guys didn't make it to the meetup? You said you were gonna.
Yeah, it was family weekend.
Oh.
It was, kind of like, one of them things. She works, and she's rarely off on the weekends, and that was the weekend she was off.
Yeah, just to spend the time together. I get that.
You want to play me a song on that piano there, Chris?
Yeah, right. Can you go back and play a little something on the?
A little something for us.
There's a lot of people on YouTube that have that same room. I don't
I
know
know
where
it's
they get it.
amazing.
A lady up in Canada has one just the same.
The compound that you all live in, just blink a couple times real fast if you need
You gotta
help.
rent the room.
You order pizza. You order a pizza on 911.
Mhm.
Yeah, that.
I need help.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
a great one. Just let me order a pizza. That's a good one.
Ordered a pizza on 911.
To get help without them knowing it. Yeah.
Have Johnny Law'd come to your door here if you. I want a pizza and hang up. Johnny Law'd come to your door.
Gosh. Oh, Stidhams were saying, yeah, for the meat and the oil, they breed emus. His neighbors used to breed emus.
No,
That's so crazy.
how tall are they? Are they? They're smaller than an ostrich, aren't they?
I'd say they're about the same as an ostrich.
Yeah,
Are they?
about the same, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Ostriches are better dancers, though.
Haven't you all seen the video where chick's like doing the thing where she's trying to keep the emu back from her?
And whose video?
There's some videos on YouTube
Uh-huh.
where the emu comes after her and she just does
pushes it back.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them.
I love that though. Some
You
of the
haven't
turns
seen-
his head.
Oh
just
wait,
leave.
no, the Facebook. I've seen them on Facebook. I
See?
think.
Yeah.
I think I have seen them on Facebook, but not on here. I haven't seen them. But now I probably will, since we're talking about it. And
Yeah.
Google
Now
lists
we'll
it.
go look for
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where she's what is she? She's a blonde, but or no, she's
Yeah,
a
they can
brunette,
be.
but she went blonde, tried to trick it. Is that the one?
Oh, to trick it so it would leave her alone. It has a thing. Yeah, birds are like that.
Yeah.
Birds have favorite people, and they have people that they can't stand. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
That is true, especially crows and ravens. They have an
Yeah.
excellent
And
memory.
parrots. Parrots are like that too.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you help a crow, they will remember what you did for them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, crows are
That's a
smart.
magpie.
Crows and
Have you,
Yeah.
have
We
you
had
seen
a
the video I put out with the magpies? When magpies
Oh,
attack.
the magpies are cool though. They're the ones that can mimic us too, right? Like pretty spot
They're
on.
cool until they try to take you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until they try to take you
Yeah.
out. Yes, that's
You have a
no
look at
fun.
the video I did. I borrowed some footage of a few people, but I filmed
Oh.
some of it. But it's this is like spring this time of year. You walk past the magpie's nest and the male will swoop you.
Yeah,
Maybe
I've
he
heard of
might
that.
let you go. But if you're just say as a youth, you might have rode past on a push bike and sort of scared it. Well, it will remember a red shirt, a push bike, and it will attack any kid with a red shirt and a push bike. It'll leave
Oh,
everyone
wow.
else alone, and some poor little kid's riding his bike in a red shirt. Next thing you know, this
Oh,
bird comes
no.
down.
Oh my,
He's got the claws. You know?
horrible! Oh my gosh, I didn't know they were like that. That's horrible.
There was
Well, they miss
a fella at Boeing and there was a crow who hated him. I don't know why, but we had a very long walk from the parking lot into the hangar,
Yeah.
and this one crow would go after him as soon as he parked his car every day, and
Nice.
he just got oblivious to it, and we're all sitting back at the hangar watching. And here comes Rick. We can tell
Yeah.
because that crow's going after him.
Funny.
That's too funny. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'd put up with that. I had a parrot that I thought was somebody's pet, but they must have let it go too. It was a Quaker. And so I had caught it at first, like just put out my hand with some raw sunflower seeds, and it came to my hand and it was hanging out with me. Well, it started attacking me too.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Okay, you can go. I gotta set you free. And then it wouldn't leave my door. Like it would just hang out in the tree next door because it knew I was the lady with the raw seeds.
with the food, you bet. Yeah.
I was like, animal control. Can you come out and get this Quaker parrot, please?
Well, I've told this story before about the ravens that are outside my place, and as soon as I'd go out and have my morning coffee on the front porch, the male would fly down and he'd land in the grass, just look at me, I swear to you, they understand English, because I'd ask him, "Hey, where's your wife? Where's your wife today?" And he'd look up at the top of on one of the top of the buildings, and there's his wife. And I go, "Well, just bring her down here. I'll get you some food." And she could hear it, and she'd come down, and I go get
That's
him some
wild.
food. Yeah, that happened
Love it.
frequently. They can understand. They swear to you, they can understand English.
Probably can. Yeah, I wouldn't
So-
doubt it.
Y'all know Sheena, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Me and her kind of been aggravating Jonesy about he needs to, like, pack us up a kangaroo and send it over here and we can smoke it.
I'm sure you won't like getting in the envelope.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want an envelope, but
Little kangaroo jerky, maybe, to try for the first time.
It's quite popular in the supermarkets here, kangaroo, wallaby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we buy it all. We have it once a week at least.
What is it like? Is it lean meat? Like,
Yes.
what's the meat like?
Yeah, very very rich, red, dark red too.
Does it compare to anything like that you can think of?
So, well,
Like extra lean beef, but gamey?
sort of. Yeah, it's a pretty good description actually.
Okay.
I'd say like deer, but I don't know. It's got its own taste.
I said deer. Tennessee really wants to bring it in. Chris is like, bring it. Big old deer like that.
Yeah, but it's like there's people out here. There's that many of them out here that you can get a license, and if you've got a license to cull and and take to a abattoir, like you've got to have a refrigeration. You've got to get them to refrigeration within so many minutes of you bringing the animal, taking the animal's life. Yeah, so it's quite an industry actually. There's like I'd like to do the math, but they say that there's hundreds and hundreds of more kangaroos than people. Like it's
wow,
and they're everywhere.
Wow.
Like in Tasmania here, you can't drive a kilometre without seeing one that's been struck by a car.
Oh, okay.
They're everywhere.
Wow.
So they are kind of like our deer in certain areas.
Yeah, deer.
Like here in Tennessee.
Yeah, the black-tailed deer here in Washington, they've adapted, and much like you're talking about your kangaroos there, they've moved into green belts and along streams and riversides. They lay down during the day, and at night they wake up, come into the town, and eat in people's nice green grass out of their yards. They've adapted.
Yeah, PA has that, but of course it's Bucks County where my.
I think what's worse than the deer here, though, is the armadillos. They're.
That's what I was about to ask you, Laura.
Seem dead all the time.
Yeah.
How many armadillos do you see?
I never have seen one alive. But it seems like in one drive you'll see 10 dead armadillos on the side of the road. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
See, like 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
you never seen them in Tennessee. But I guess about, I don't know, maybe it was 3 years ago. I seen one at the end of the driveway when I was going to work at like 5 in the morning. Just wandering across the driveway.
That was the same.
That's the only one I've seen alive. But I have seen a bunch dead since then.
Yeah.
There was
but it's only like one here and one there.
Growing up here in Washington State,
Central.
we never had opossums. Never. I mean, they just weren't here. And in the 90s, I saw one of them on the sidewalk outside of my house. So I started looking into why are they here in Washington? They're not indigenous. Well, some fool transferred a bunch of them to California, and they migrated up north, and You know that an opossum can have 12 to 20 babies in a litter and have 3 litters a year.
Yeah.
And during times of food shortages or extreme cold, they'll go into a mini hibernation, wake up, search for food. If they find it, they'll stay awake. If they don't have ample enough food, they'll go back to sleep.
So,
And it's almost 100% survival rate on their babies because mom carries them on her back.
Yep.
and
I went, no wonder why.
This is why you know how all you see on Facebook is about possums and, they're killing ticks and chiggers and whatnot. Well, that was promoted by PETA.
What?
And
PETA.
Huh?
PETA, what? They promoted what? Not killing or killing?
They promoted, keeping possums alive.
Oh, okay.
Because they kill chiggers and ticks and.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the meantime, them same possums are eating all the eggs from like turkeys, wild turkeys, and whatnot. Which
I don't see that many wild turkeys.
Well,
possums.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's awful.
But I mean, you stop and think about it. One possum eats 12 wild turkeys, eggs.
Yeah.
Then
That's because all the wild turkeys are up here. We call them politicians.
Yeah. But I mean, one bird, whether it's a chicken, turkey, or whatever, they eat a lot more ticks or whatever.
Yeah, they do. That's their diet is insects and seeds, and I agree with you. Yeah, it figures that PETA would put out misinformation like that, but they're known to put out misinformation.
Yeah.
Where it says they say that
Also, they like to go naked too.
Fire ants have made a huge impact on the turkey and quail.
Wow.
But I mean, also, you have, like here, you have coyotes. They're not native. And then we have, wild boars, which are like not really wild. I mean, I've seen them all over, and I mean, some of them are spotted, and I mean, they're probably half domesticated.
Thank God we don't have those up here in Washington yet. Thank God, because I've heard that they can be dangerous.
Yeah. But I mean, I know in some areas, like in Texas and whatnot, they have the ones that are more closely related to the Russian boars.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Hi, Vanessa Kitty.
Hey, Vanessa Kitty.
Well, at least Washington State, we've got mountain lions, and I mean a lot of them. So if the pigs do make it up here, they're going to be turned into food.
Yeah. They're pretty good at fighting, though.
They are. Yeah.
Armadillo shells make good hats.
I know. I wondered why they couldn't just roll up like a little ball, and when they get hit by a car, instead of them getting killed, just sit.
No, they're not.
I want to tell you what. You hit an armadillo in a car, you're liable to take out your whole front end.
Really?
I mean, it's like hitting a huge turtle.
True.
Oh, Lord
I thought they would be a little softer than a turtle. Turtles, they squish pretty easily. I'm speaking from sadly experience.
Well, it seems like the only thing you see is the shell after a while. I was thinking about picking some up. I mean, there were so many on the side of the road.
Oh,
this spring.
Yeah.
That it would have been don't pick them up and bury them in the garden areas.
But do they have they carry the, what do you call it? The biblical disease. The aren't they a carrier of, the one that makes your fingers fall off?
Oh, yeah. The
Leprosy.
Thank
Leprosy. Oh.
you. Very nice if I
I think they
didn't
are. Yeah.
go phasic like my mother without the strokes. Well, goodness, that didn't
don't
even happen.
touch them, Laura. Okay. Yes, boss.
I still can't work out why my
I
son's
agree with
doing it on
Steph.
my
Like those things
computer.
alone. You said your wife had a stroke. My mom's had 3. She had 2 that were clot, and then the last one was a bleeder. That was the worst one. But that woman has survived everything. But right now I'm dealing with her. I want her to eat, and I don't know what the trick is to get older people to eat when they don't want to eat.
Yeah, what I did with my mom is just sit there and spoon feed her.
Yeah,
she enjoyed watching Jeopardy or whatever.
Yeah,
and I just spoon feed her, put it right in her mouth like a baby. That was the only way I could get her to actually eat.
I did that, and she, my mom's very autonomous. She does.
Yeah, she's
very,
pretty. Well,
she's
start
not
off
easy
with
going, my mommy.
start off. You would
I'll just
start
say
off in the early days with that, with like something sweet like applesauce.
Yeah.
So then she'd be, okay, I like that flavor, and then work my way towards other mashed potatoes and peas and corn and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff
that. But she went through phases like that, Bob, where she would just stop eating.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that's why I would just have to sit there and just spoon feed her. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only way I could get her to eat.
Yeah.
At first, I could put down next to her recliner cheese and crackers and little treats like that, olives, and she would eat that. But as Alzheimer's progressed, it
did that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's probably why they're ready to send her home, because they recognize that's at play
that could
too.
be. That's like I told you guys the other night when we got my mom into a hospital for when she hid the knife and said she was going to kill us with it. When she came home to the house, hospice came with her because that's.
Yeah, my mom won't do milk. Where to begin? Homestead. She will do chocolate ice cream, but if they brought vanilla today, and she wanted nothing to do with it because it looked like milk.
Yeah.
If it looks like milk, she has a total aversion to milk. Always has. But
it might improve for her, Carol, when she gets into her home, her familiar environment.
Yeah. She that happened after the fall, so no like further stroke. It was just so odd. It was like she's eating the day before, and then she has a little fall, and it just happened that quick. Anyway, but yeah, somebody's talking about the neighbor. Steph said her neighbor shoots them. The opossums or the armadillo?
Either or, yeah. I haven't. I've shot possums, and that's one of the animals that I just simply won't eat. I just kill them because they're in my garage, and you got to go, dude. That's it. And you try to shoo them out of the building, they'll stand there and
like
I can
they won't move.
You see how ugly
as
you
a
are.
kid, there was I was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
I went to go take the garbage out, and I come back in the house with the garbage. My sister's like, "What?" I'm like, "There's an opossum sitting on the garbage can, hissing at me on her hind legs," and I'm just like,
"It's all yours, brother."
And there's people who handle them without a problem. They'll even be like, "Oh, that's not a problem," and they'll go and grab them somehow, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
By their tail.
Yeah.
Have you seen the difference between an American one and an Australian possum?
No, I haven't.
Yours are cuter.
Cute and cuddly.
Yeah, yours look cute and cuddly. Ours look like big rats with nasty fangs.
This possum would probably be like,
His is like a teddy bear possum.
a Tasmanian devil.
I'll find a picture.
They look cute. Theirs are really cute.
Yeah, we had a Newfoundland dog, and she would bring in young opossums and give them to us. So I got adapted to going, okay, yeah, right by the tail and open the front door and wow, out you go, you know. Yeah, one of them was trying to climb up my arm while I'm walking, and like, oh, don't you dare, dude, don't you dare, and woof, out you go.
Did you at least thank your dog for bringing you the gift?
God.
Because that's what it is. That's a token of appreciation.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah. Twice though, she brought them in when we weren't aware of it, and in the middle of the night, they climbed out of our bedroom closet. One did, and out of one of my kids' bedroom closet.
No, heck.
Yeah.
Excuse the camera.
You getting it? Because I just was looking them up. Their tails are incredible too.
Oh.
Ours are rat tails. The common bush tail.
Oh yeah, that's the Australian possum.
Mm-hmm.
That's him up the top there with the ears.
Yeah. At the very top above the flowers. That looks like an Exora.
Yep. That's the possum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one with the mouth open is the Tasmanian.
Yeah,
you can keep them.
Our possums there, they'll eat your chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they will.
Is that porcupine or your hedgehog? What is that?
Hedgehog. Mm-hmm.
That's a what?
That's an echidna.
Echidna.
Oh,
but what is it classified as? Like here, it would be like our porcupine.
It's an anteater, right?
Anteater, mammal.
And wombat? Yeah, the wombat.
Over the other side.
Yep. They're so neat looking.
What's the thing beneath the Taz?
That's another one. That's a spotted one.
Oh, a spotted Taz. Okay.
And in the middle there,
chameleon.
the one.
Is that a chameleon?
Like a shadow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With the stripes. That's a Tasmanian tiger that.
Oh yeah. I see it.
100 years ago.
Thiacam or something they call it. Something like that. Thiacam.
Anyway.
Neat.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then you got the one at the bottom left that looks like a Pokemon.
I've got to turn the volume up. My system is really playing up.
Now it's low, yeah. So in Tasmania, what is it? Like what area of the United States, like temperate wise and stuff, does it compare to? Because I know all of Australia, it's different.
It's probably similar to here, Carol.
Yeah.
It rains there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me see if I can adjust the audio or the sound.
It's probably similar to Seattle and British Columbia, Canada. It's rainy there.
Yeah, because they're further down.
They're close to the pole. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, closer to the pole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the South Pole. Is that clear? Like, to me, this sounds terrible.
It's
clear, but it's a little low.
I don't think it's too loud.
No, I said low. He's low. Like it's clear, but it's because your voice is very calming, soothing.
Yes.
And holy crap! Is that thing? The thylacinus?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Oh.
Jonesy.
Do you think that they are completely extinct, or?
You know what they've done? They've given some crazy laboratory $10 million to try to bring it back to life through DNA.
No,
that's stupid.
Only about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Have we not learned anything from all those movies about bringing things back to life?
And if
We'll
they
still
can't, they're going to try to, because it is a canine.
Yeah,
they're going to try to bring it back through other dogs.
Yeah, it's an article here. Scientists propose 9 steps to de-extinction of the Tasmanian tiger.
They were experimenting with that with the mastodon and with the mammoth. breeding them with Indian elephants and African elephants, seeing if they could bring them back from extinction. It's like, stop it, you know.
I know,
There's a
right?
reason why those things became extinct.
Not around.
Correct.
God allowed it.
Yeah.
You just disappeared for a second, Chris.
That's so crazy.
I was trying to show something, but that ain't gonna
No.
work with the green screen.
So they're in the canine like family, like scientifically. Okay.
These
Even
things will
though
be on the beach very soon.
Oh, there's my missus.
Oh yeah.
What on the beach? Oh, they're so cute. You
No.
penguins. Say yo penguins.
Ain't gonna show.
Of course, their poopies smell horrible because they eat fish.
Yes, they
So
do.
cute,
I
though.
bet you it's really good for your garden though.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen how they feed their young?
I don't remember. Probably, but I can't remember.
It's like a bird.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
chew it
they
up
throw
and-
it up and
Oh, ugh. They got
they're
the
bringing back
awful-
certain buffalo. Homestead said.
There you go,
That's good
dear.
eating, though. Good eating, buffalo.
mhm.
I thought this was a cute little card. It's the same size, shape as the island.
Oh,
That's
cool.
cool.
It's,
It would be very cool to visit. It looks gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Wow.
I describe it as very similar to Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
but cold. You know, volcanic.
Because it's a
rock.
volcanic, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then you guys have great soil there.
My soil out back here is beautiful. It's really rich, dark red.
Volcanic soil.
Nice.
Clay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Bob says. The Philippines are like that too.
What's that?
The soil is enriched from the volcanic activity.
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Yeah, it really is rich. You could stick something in the ground and it will grow, you know.
Awesome.
I'm
You
going to
will.
bounce out of here, guys.
Okay, Bob.
That's what she said, Bob.
Oh, beautiful.
That's
Sticking in
our
the soil, let it
jacaranda
go.
tree.
Oh, yeah, we have jacarandas here too. Ours are just starting to bloom. Well, actually, no, they started July.
All right. Peace to y'all. Take care.
Good night,
Well,
Bob.
good night, Bob.
Good night.
Good night.
Bob. Nice to chat.
What
Bob.
color is your
too.
jacaranda tree? Or
Purple.
jacaranda?
Purple.
You have the purple one? Oh, that's
Mhm.
a really pretty one. Because we have the
Got it.
orange. We have the, it's like a red orange. A lot of those in Florida. And then you'll see the purple ones too, but more
Mhm.
the red orange ones.
Feed that cat, Barry.
Did not sound right. Barry, are you still with us?
He's got the cat. Like this.
He's with us. He's just got
He's
claws
just
all
going
in
to throw those cats outside. Okay, you two outside. Take it outside.
I've got to work out why my sound is coming out of the laptop. It should not be coming out of the laptop.
I think I'm going to end the chat anyways. We've been up for
Okay.
3
Well,
hours
it's late.
and
So
18 minutes.
You've done well.
Yeah.
you gonna be
It's
around
good to
for
actually see you,
That was
Chris.
interesting.
Yeah. It's good to
It is
see
good
you.
to see Chris. We always just see
I'm
the.
back. Sorry about that.
It's
Avatar.
okay. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off.
you gonna be around for Al's thing tomorrow?
It looks like I will be. I'm looking at my rosters for tomorrow. It hasn't come in, and it's past 3:00. It's 3:48. I have not been rostered, so that's a great thing for me. They're going to do that hot chip challenge tomorrow
Oh, nice.
on our chafe. There's a full board of people going to be stupid enough to eat that.
No.
So
stupid chip.
That stupid chip.
The Pocky,
You think Devil Dog's gonna do it or not?
I think
of
he'll
course
try.
he will.
Yeah, I think
He
he'll do
will.
it.
I think it's like he's a smart operator. No, I'm not. 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 Here I am. Okay, I will just for you, and
Yeah.
but I want to see the nose run and the cheeks go bright red and
Yeah.
That's on it. What time is that on my time? It's 9 a.m.
I
Australian
swear, I
Eastern
think he
Standard
said it was.
Um,
I thought he said it was 5.
Josh's gonna ruin
Eastern.
its guts for the whole day. Start at
I know,
9.
6, I thought he said it was 6 Eastern,
Six,
which would
six
be 5.
Central.
Wow.
I don't know.
Like-
Our
5
chafe.
Central.
My back's
At
dead.
night for us, right? You mean
Yeah.
at night for us, Tian? Okay. I was
I'm
gonna
pretty
say,
sure he said 6 Central.
who wants to eat that for breakfast?
Uh-huh. Well,
Nobody
Robert,
yet.
that
They
was
asked,
so funny.
I'll be
They asked
there
me
either
to-
way. So.
they asked me to do it, and I said, "You got to be joking, mate." But I'll come and watch. And they
I
said,
don't
"Do
know
you
what
wanna
channel that
commentate?"
is. Is it? What is
Al
the channel?
Chafe. My back's
Al
dead.
Chafe.
He's a really
He's,
lovely guy from Canada.
I'll get you the link
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay.
From
Thanks, Barry.
Newfoundland.
Yeah, Newfoundland. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Lauren
new,
knows everyone. Lauren knows, she's got the hookups.
he's a newfie.
He's a newfie. Yeah.
When he said that to me, I said, "That's a dog."
I know, that's what I just
Yeah.
thought too.
In Canada, you know how
Dogs.
in America you have the Pollock jokes. In
Mm-hmm.
Canada, they have the Newfie jokes. They make
Oh,
fun of people in Newfoundland.
Yeah, and Australia they have the Tasmanian jokes.
oh no.
Polish jokes. You tell.
It was
Yeah.
kind of cool to watch him
Everyone
the
in
other day.
Tasmania's
Yeah.
got a scar on the side of their neck.
The other
That's what
day
they
when
Yeah.
it was
That's
Yeah, it's
Something
usually
really
about the
bad.
shape of your country or state too.
I put it down in the regular chat.
Bikini Patch State.
It was storming really bad the other day, and he was standing out there, and he's like, "Here, look at this!" And the
Yeah,
waves
and
just come
yeah.
over,
And he put it
Yeah.
in slow motion.
and Nicole's
standing there.
standing back there, is like, "No!"
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
the water filled his boots up. Like it must have been freezing. And the
Oh my
water
God.
filled his boots up, and he's going, "Well,
terrible.
I've got to wear some boots now." Well, you are standing
Nicole,
on the ocean.
Nicole
you fool.
supposedly is going to be
Oh,
on camera that night, ain't
Coming
she?
out
Yeah.
behind
Wow.
the avatar.
All right, you guys, I'm going to end the chat. Thank you for all coming. It was nice having a different kind of panel up here. Some with the oldie, some with the newbie. You
Thanks for the
Nice
invite.
guys
to
are
see
all
you,
welcome on my channel anytime.
Later,
So-
Mary.
All
You
right,
want to go live,
Thank you.
Jonesy?
God bless you guys.
I'm not. No, I've got to fix my studio. Thanks for having us on. Thanks for
All right.
everyone in the chat.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great
And
afternoon,
Saturday.
evening, morning, wherever you are.